he was saying his old definition was what he thought other people thought being a good partner was. So I'm saying his old definition, no one thinks that.
Well, no, I thought like being a good partner was like the basics. Like when I just say existing, it obviously I'm not just there, but it's doing like the norm. So it's being faithful. It's
basically
being
a good friend and
like being
having a
chauvinistic, like not being chauvinistic, but not being chauvinistic,
chivalrous.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 84, the Randy Moss episode. Phil got the purple and yellow on.
Chris Chambers, shout out Chris Chambers.
Was he 84 as well?
Yeah, from the Dolphins.
Yeah, I remember Chris Chambers. I just didn't remember
Freddie
he was
Mitchell.
84.
Freddie Mitchell from the Eagles was 84.
Okay.
Hey, he thanked his hands after catching 3 touchdowns in a game.
The whole squad in this bitch has been a fucking minute. It's probably been like over 2 months.
Are you watching something?
this nigga on his still shit.
This nigga come back wild.
Shit.
10 seconds in.
I didn't know the music was playing.
But we got AJ back from being Bob the Builder. We got Luke back from being with the family, and then Phil and I back in the building. But how y'all boys doing? How y'all boys been? AJ specifically.
I'm good. I was opening up the sheet, and then Instagram was already open, so it started playing.
Oh, you was
And then
watching
I was
some
looking at
twerking
y'all.
videos. That's what you
You
was
got caught.
No, it was
Freak man,
Caught in
freak man.
4K.
No,
Those petite
it was
cheeks.
what's his name? You guys don't probably know him. It's just some actor dude. But I'm feeling good. I'm straight. I'm Gucci.
Good. How it feel to you're 100% done with the place?
Yeah, there's like some. I don't know if Nick's done them yet. There's like a few touch-up things, but other than that, we're done.
Yeah, you sent us as well as the Discord the before and
the
after
listing's
pictures.
already up and everything.
Bro, the place is beautiful.
Looks great.
Thank you.
Y'all snapped.
I appreciate it.
Y'all snapped.
I'm about to just buy a little shitty rinky-dink place and then have y'all flip it for me.
Bro, look, me and Nick will come down here.
Y'all got to teach me everything because I want to be more of a quote-unquote man's man and be able to do that type of shit because I'm not handy at all or crafty.
So Tati can stop posting on the story being like, I'm the man, I hung the picture.
But the thing with that, it's not even like I don't know how to do it. Like I'll know how to like put together some fucking IKEA shit.
Yeah.
But Tatiana, when like if you're cooking or doing some type of project, she's the type of person that's gonna be like, nah, let me just do it and take over and not let you help out at all. So,
But like the IKEA stuff is dummies.
well, yeah.
It's like 3 steps.
Of course.
And the shit's already put
Nah,
together.
but she's been pretty lit at that stuff. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm handsy-ish.
Are
Danny's
you?
better though. Because I try to build stuff without looking at directions and I always fuck up and do more.
Brother, I would have guessed that was you.
Yeah. So, but I don't mind like being handsy. That makes sense. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke hands. But
Yeah.
Why'd you get handsy from?
Yeah, for
from
real. From
below?
the bottom.
like I don't mind building shit. It's just that
Physical
like I
touch.
just go in without a plan, and that's
Yeah.
not always the best.
Gotcha.
It's actually never the best.
I know, which is why I'm trying to get better at. Like I want to do like one of those Home Depot workshops, but I just gotta find the time.
Yeah.
But what? Because they have like specific workshops, right? What
yeah,
exactly
just like
would you?
general basic stuff like dealing with wood, screws, and so on
Okay.
and shit.
Oh, speaking of pause.
So like
let's-
hanging stuff, you don't know, like
no,
you don't
I know
normally
how to
hang
hang
stuff.
stuff. I'm out of my. Remember when we was in Boca, I'm out of my TV.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
I
I,
remember.
I definitely wouldn't have trusted you to mount a TV.
I don't know. I feel like we mounted it for you.
You thought I mounted that myself. I had bought a stud finder. I found the stud, put and drilled the holes in the wall and did it myself. The only thing I had help with was holding the thing even, but I did everything else myself.
Okay.
You talking about when we lived together?
Yeah, when we lived together
when we was
behind
at the
Whole
house,
Foods.
yeah.
When-
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You hung it?
I mounted that TV.
Do you remember that?
That's the last time my TV was mounted. Because when we took it off the mount, I didn't mount it at our place in Lauderhill. I didn't even put the TV up the whole time.
I thought you were saying the other one in Boca after that.
That was the duplex that we was at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of woodworking, Luke, how's your woodworking been?
Pause.
Yeah,
Bro,
pause.
there's been a pause in my woodworking. So, I cut the pieces of wood, glued them together. So I'm making a coffee table, but it's supposed to like, the edges are supposed to be almost like infinity edges. Like you're not supposed to be able to see the edges.
Yeah.
So you cut a 45-degree cut on both pieces of wood. So when it fits together, it looks like one solid piece of wood.
Yeah.
which for my first woodworking project was kind of dumb to do because it's very difficult to do. And so I brought it to Brandon's after I cut and glued the pieces together and put pocket screws to make like the top and bottom of the tabletop. Then I had to cut it down to length. But I brought it to Brandon, and him and his dad looked at it, and they were like, you bit off a lot more than you could chew. Like, there's so much that you got to do, especially like trying to do the miter cuts, the 45-degree cuts with a circular saw instead of a table saw. It's just extremely difficult. So I found a place in Miami last week. It's like a woodworking shop that you pay like monthly, and you can use all their machinery. So I went there, found the guy who owns it, and instead of paying monthly, I was like, hey, I'll just pay you to make this like cut in the wood because I don't have a table saw to make the cut. So he was like, sure, just tell me what you need. So I showed him. He made the cuts. Like, it came out beautifully. So now I have the pieces of wood cut to length, and with miter cuts, I just have to now like assemble it. So that's the final piece.
So he did the hard part, but you're doing the Lego part.
Facts.
Gotcha.
Facts. Well, I mean, the beginning part was kind of difficult. Like, so I had 4 pieces of wood, like maybe 10 inches wide by 4 feet long. But a coffee table is not going to be 10 inches wide, so you have to attach 4 pieces to make it 40 inches wide. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So there's different ways you can do it. Pocket holes is one. A biscuit joiner is another, but biscuit joiners cost like $300 to $500, and I don't have one. So I had to do the pocket holes, which cost me like $50.
Did you look on eBay? Off-road?
Yeah. I mean, you can get it for cheaper. Like, you could probably get a used one for like $150. But for $50, I was like, this is my first project. Let me just do it this way. And I mean, it's not perfect, but like, once I sand it and stuff, it should be fine.
Yeah, you could probably fail it.
Builder.
Are you just doing the outside of Brandon and his dad, but is Sin helping you with this? Or this
Nah,
just
it was just myself.
project? Okay.
What made you want to do this? What was the inspiration?
Well, I mean, I've been watching like woodworking videos for a minute. And we do like stuff around the house all the time. But I just decided, like, you know, I see all these people doing woodworking, like they're always making like cool shit. This is something that I like. This coffee table specifically, like, I've seen it on CB2. I've seen it on like other furniture websites, and I'm like, yo, that shit looks so clean. I wish I could just make that myself. So I decided to try, but it's taken so fucking long. Like, I've probably had it for like 2 months now.
Bro, when I get a house, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
you.
because before I left,
Is when we went
Home
shopping
Depot.
for the wood.
Is this the new Lukey hobby?
Of course.
Well, it depends. We'll see how this first one turns out. I mean, I'm still going to keep like trying other things, but I'm definitely not going to do something this big, because when you think about it, like when you put the wood together and it's 4 feet by 4 feet,
Takes up a lot of space.
it takes up a ton of space. Like, all those pieces of wood. So right now, like, I'm storing it in the dining room, and like Cindy's like, yo, there's been wood here for like
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a big project. It's also a very difficult project. Next time, like my next projects, I'm not gonna have to make miter cuts.
You're gonna make.
I'm gonna
coffee
make
mug?
something that's like a little bit easier.
Yo, I got a project for you.
No, I got a project. You cut me off. I was
Well,
trying to say when I get a
beat
house.
you- I beat you
well,
to
Cindy
it.
did ask me what I'm doing with the coffee table. If it looks good, I might try to sell it. If it doesn't look good, I told him I'd give it to Zach, because Zach doesn't have a coffee table.
Yeah, we need to get one and a rug.
Yeah.
If it looks ugly,
but
Zach
wait,
can have
No,
it.
no, and not like
Fuck it
no,
up,
no,
give
no.
it
I
to
mean,
Zach.
like, if it doesn't look sellable, like if it still look, if
That's
it still
even
looks
worse.
No, but if it still looks good, but I just don't feel comfortable selling it,
Yeah.
like I would give it. That's what I mean.
Anything is sellable.
I mean, anything is sellable, but if I just don't feel comfortable selling it,
If you fuck it up, just spin it as artistic sell.
I mean, maybe. But anyway, yeah.
You want to make me a vinyl
That's what I was
holder?
thinking.
Oh, a vinyl holder, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I've seen some nice wood ones, but they cost like $800.
You have to send me a picture so
I
I
got
see what it
you.
looks
It's
like.
super easy. It
It's
looks
like a magazine holder.
It's
kind of
super
thing.
easy. It looks like.
Well,
You never seen
Let's
no
see.
magazine holders? Like the
Yeah,
little,
no, I know. I've seen them, but I mean, I don't know what his specific
I'm
one,
gonna
like,
send you some hot shit. Lukey the
what it looks like.
little hands just breaking wood.
When I was a jit, I always wanted a half pipe in my backyard. So when I get a
I'm
house,
not making you
building-
one, I don't know how to bend the wood like that and manipulate it.
Well, you gonna learn. But
You're
anyways,
gonna
we
get that
can.
membership.
You said what?
He's gonna get that membership.
At the woodworking place.
Facts. But we'll get right into the topics. So, Lindsay wanted to know,
Oh no.
have we set any goals for the year? And then have we achieved the goals, or are we
okay.
close to achieving?
I was about to say it's
those goals?
October.
You can't set goals for. I mean, you can, but damn, Lindsay.
I mean, one was the house
Yeah.
for sure,
Okay.
but I also thought I was gonna be on to the second one by now. But we didn't get this one completely bought until June. So
Anything, Phil?
Did I set any goals this year? I did set goals this year. So my goal this year was to
goal this year.
My goal this year was
To
to
fight?
fight for sure. So I completed that goal. I was hoping to get my goal was to
promotion?
do 2 tournaments and a fight. But I did my
You did one
tournament this year.
tournament and one
I did
fight.
one tournament, one fight, and I may have another fight.
Yeah, so you can have 2
before
fights
the
in
end,
one tournament.
So I did reach that goal.
One was to get a promotion, I thought. No.
Yeah, my goal was to get promoted. I did get promoted.
got promoted.
And it's fucking beating my ass right now. But I got promoted nonetheless. And then other one was to save a little bit more money.
Did
But
you do that one?
No.
For
didn't do
for
that.
certain reasons.
Yeah, I didn't do that one.
What
Unfortunately.
reasons?
Can't disclose at this time.
I've already spoken on mine on past pods, but be a better partner to Tatiana.
Didn't
which,
do that.
Which I need to.
He's like, fuck, I got a long way to go.
I need to see how we are.
Wait, you guys have a grading scale for that?
Yeah, how do you measure that?
measurables?
Yeah, is that a measurable
Yeah.
goal? Be a better partner?
No, it's not. A
Bro,
smart,
you
it's
don't
not a
set
smart
measurable
goal.
goals?
You got to do smart goals, bro.
Yeah.
I know,
You
I
have to
know.
do smart goals, bro.
What does SMART stand for?
Specific.
That's it? That's it? It's
So specific,
measurable.
measurable, attainable, realistic, and tangible. No?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's tangible.
Yeah, that's why he's touching.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then the other one was to get to Division 1, which I achieved. So,
Not only did he achieve, he got an assignment.
yes, I did.
Low key, niggas is really meeting their goals. And I like
Facts.
that. I think this
Facts,
has been a
facts.
beautiful year for all of us. Wait, you got to go.
I got to get more.
Dang, bro, you spoke
I
too
gotta get
soon,
more
bro. I
varsity
didn't reach none of
games.
my goals. Phil,
With the
you gotta
exception-
take it all back.
with the
No, I'm
exception
kidding,
of
I'm kidding. I really don't set goals like that. But I did set one, and that was to move back to Florida, get a job back in Florida.
Hey, it's
But
lit.
that was my goal, like before I got the job at Butler, and the whole time I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta go back. Every fucking.
And look at
Chance.
you. Now you back like
Yeah.
you never left.
And I already set a goal for myself for next
Next
year. Benching 225.
Oh, yeah,
that's,
dude.
that's
I'm
all I
bro.
Bro,
The fact that
I
you're
said
not
that.
there yet.
You work out so much, bro.
I do.
How?
But like, it's also tough because I've always weighed the same.
That
Like,
don't mean
yes,
nothing.
yes, motherfuckers get stronger and stronger, but most people aren't benching like. I mean, I don't know the math, but
He's not eating
if
enough
if
snacks.
I weigh 150, I don't know
definitely
what
could throw up
percentage that is to
285.
225, but most people that are my weight aren't benching 225.
Yeah, but if you've worked out every day for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers who work out every day for 10 years are doing the Arnold competition.
Well, it
know.
depends on your
They're
your-
IFBB professionals.
It's just that your training's wrong. You have to find
the sweet
program
spot.
you have to find a program that's dedicated to improving your bench.
Yeah.
So what you do is probably full body everything when you probably should be doing bench press if you're trying to get to 225.
But also,
3 times a week.
Zach, knowing that you studied exercise science.
No, but I've also done portions like throughout the year where I'm focusing on strength. I might be focusing on endurance. I might be focusing on hypertrophy is what I do, which is muscle building, like most of the year. But strength, I might get bored of like the hypertrophy or endurance, so I'll switch to the strength. But that I typically need a partner, and I prefer to work out alone. Like, I don't like asking people for a spot every 2 seconds and inconveniencing other motherfuckers. But I've gotten a lot stronger because yesterday I was pretty much repping 180 like it was nothing. Like 185 used to be like I can do 2, 3, and I was doing that shit 3 by 8. And
Yeah, you close.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably already do
Nah,
Yeah.
if you 3 by 8, your max is probably 205.
well,
215.
205 was yeah. So last time I tried 1 rep maxing, it was 215. And at that time, I feel like I wasn't as strong as I am right now.
And without a spot.
Yeah. Well, I had Tatiana spotting me. So if
So
I
without
would've-
a spot.
Yeah, exactly. If I didn't, if
I mean, that helps because if you drop that shit,
No, I'm
she
just
can-
kidding.
she
I was
can-
just kidding.
She can
I was
like
just kidding.
pull ish.
Tatiana-
Yeah,
just
but
joking.
even if she pulls a little bit, it'll like
It'll
give-
it'll
yeah,
drop
yeah.
it to 150.
Of course,
Yeah.
She
of
gets that
course.
up.
But yeah, maybe I just need to try 225.
Stop being a bitch.
tomorrow.
Yeah, for real.
Get up under there.
I'm gonna try tomorrow and see how I do.
He gonna knock that shit out.
Get
Be
up
like,
under there.
I already met my goal.
Yeah, for real. And then I'm gonna set it for 250 after that.
My
But-
max was 240.
But yeah, I did the math, and it would be, since I'm like 205 right now, I'd have to bench 307 if you're trying to do like the
Yeah,
percentage by
yeah.
weight.
See, so that's pretty tough.
I mean, if you work out as much as you work out, it's not.
Yeah, like AJ works out once every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in the gym for the last 2 years.
No, more than that. Since FAU
Yeah.
days, he's every day.
Yeah, since high school.
Nigga, you live in Rome.
He's just going in there and moving the weights around.
Honestly,
he's
he's
picking it up, put him somewhere else.
no. You know how they say re-rack your weights? Zach's just there re-racking people's weight,
G shit.
putting it back on the.
He lived in
That's
Rome
my
this whole
workout.
time.
That's my workout.
He's like, oh, that's out of place.
But we can move on. So I've been meaning to bring this up the last couple of pods, especially when it was just me and you, because I know AJ specifically and Luke sometimes. Luke be in his moods, but they try to be a little more conservative. But I seen you like a tweet, or maybe it was on Instagram, I forget. But we finally got the answer that squirting is pee. And now you can finally justify, because you've always been extremely grossed out by it.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time
PTSD.
when you talk, yeah, you got PTSD, but now it's like, all right,
It's
Phil
confirmed.
might have been in. I mean, I don't care. I still don't care. But wait, what was this study that they did? I think they did it in Asia or something like that.
Was it Asian? Yeah, it might have been an Asian study.
And then
Think
what
so.
they do,
Oh,
they
wow,
found
and you had Asian.
they found
Yeah, it's facts.
They found a couple of girls that had the capability of squirting, and then they said what they removed the urine from their bladders and then inserted some blue dye into their bladders, had them squirt or female ejaculate, and then they did find that there was mainly the blue dye, but there was still a little bit of some like vaginal lubrication. So it's a little bit of a mixture of both, but
But it's
for all
more
the,
pee.
Yes, and I'm not trying to bring this up just to be perverted old Zach.
You
We're being-
are.
Sometimes we can be educational on this podcast. There are girls that there's people in general that have always wondered, is it pee, is it not? And then
So I feel like it smelled like pee.
I don't remember the smell. I was just grossed out.
Yeah,
About it. I got
Phil.
peed on pretty much.
Oh dang, it was hot too.
That was cold. I was like, ah.
It was
Yeah.
cold.
I don't know, bro. It was just bad. I was just, and I was like, ah, bitch squared on me.
I feel like it couldn't be cold.
I ate through it. Yeah, I
I
feel like
dropped her in the bed and I went to the
I
shower.
feel like it's impossible for it to be
I don't know,
cold.
bro. I just know it felt. I felt violated.
Yeah.
And I felt disgusted, and I did not like it. And
well, now you have justification.
she was embarrassed. And then after said event happened, I put her on the bed. Gently.
Was that the first time she did it?
No, it wasn't the fact that I don't care if you do it. I'm just grossed out if it gets on me.
No,
And
but
it
I'm
was-
saying for her to
No,
feel
it's not the
embarrassed.
first time she did it.
Oh,
But she did it on me, which was my issue. Because I've been with like chicks that can do it in the past.
Yeah.
So and I've always been like, oh, this is kind of gross. Because then you do it and it's a mess. And then if it gets on the floor, you step in it if you're not finished. And it's just just too much bodily fluids for
Yeah.
me. I don't like my sex to
Yeah.
be that dirty or messy, or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
But there's some girls out there that are jealous that they can do it, but now
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you don't need to
That's
feel
because
as
it's
jealous.
overhyped. Because all these girls are peeing and selling it on OnlyFans, making it look like it's
Oh
this
my
great
gosh.
thing, and it's not.
I feel like it's different though. It's like
It's different.
it depends on. Also depends on your relationship to that person. If it was
Yeah.
some random chick,
No, I wasn't a random chick.
yeah.
Most of the time, like I mean, I had a
I
relationship.
think I'm like, I'm gonna shower after
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
but when it gets on you, bro, and it's like in your
Well,
face,
that is your
and it's
shower.
on your body.
You don't need a shower.
Oh,
It's a
that's
golden
facts.
Yeah,
shower.
if
Oh,
it gets
yeah,
on you,
shower.
like your face and your body, you will feel disgusting.
Nah.
It feels
Well,
it
it
felt
didn't get
so
on my face. It
disgusting.
got on
bro.
my body, but I'm also disgusting. So
I mean, I have a
Yeah,
level.
Zach probably didn't shower after that.
He's like, this is tasty. I have a level of king too, but I don't know. It was just maybe it was the position.
Yeah, but you're not
It was,
Zach level looking.
It was just one of those things where
Not even
I
close.
felt like degraded
Oh, I didn't
to an extent. You know what I mean?
you felt degraded.
Like it just not maybe degraded is not the right word, but I just felt disgusted. And I was just like, this just doesn't feel good. You know, you like do something in your mind, like, oh, this is gonna be a great time, and then you do it, and I was like, I don't like this.
No.
Yeah, I almost got.
That's never happened to me.
I was almost killed by
A squirt.
No, I was almost suffocated by titties.
And
Oh,
I was
he
like, I
was.
don't like this. So yeah,
Bro,
In the moment, I was like, yo, this got really old really fast. So I feel you on that.
Why do
But,
people call kids squirt?
Whoa,
like what? Kids
Why-
squirt
Yeah.
like a
Kelly.
Why do you call
Like a
no, when
small
you call
person.
a little kid? You're like,
a squirt.
"What's up,
I don't
squirt?"
Call a kid a squirt. What the hell?
I've
You never
done
heard
it.
that?
I've definitely done it.
No. Called a kid a
You've
squirt.
never heard it?
Squirt. That doesn't sound right to me. No.
Yeah, where's the little
Yeah.
where's the little
a
squirt?
saying, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, "What's up, squirt?"
I called Yogi that yesterday.
Why'd you do it?
I
You just
know.
don't you compartmentalize the two. One's like dirty and one's like a little kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
but
like you.
You never
I mean,
heard that?
you
But
just like you
this-
call your girl your little baby, but you don't think she's an actual baby.
No, she is. I gotta take care of her sometimes.
Like
So you're a pedophile. You're saying?
No, I gotta take care of her.
Luke
bro.
Kelly.
Oh, so he's a
Lukey
pedophile.
Kelly.
That
He's
went-
like, no, I don't.
that went left,
I
that
don't
went
compartmentalize her. She's a
All
child.
right, we'll
Phil's a
move
squirt.
on. We'll move on. So now the people finally have
Hey,
the answer, like I said.
Street's been right all along. Real niggas always right, bro.
Yeah.
Just matter of time.
I
Just
mean,
matter of
honestly,
time.
I was never sure.
I
but
wouldn't say
now-
you're always right.
It's just a matter of time. That's all I'm saying.
All right, someone had put Kanye on here. I figured that people would want us to talk about it. I was trying to avoid it at all
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah, same, bro.
We can.
But,
But I don't. You just with Kanye, you just got to see how it unfolds.
yeah.
That's really what it is.
So let the people know what's been going. It started off with was there stuff happening before the White Lives Matter shirts, or is that kind of
Not
what-
really. It wasn't really in like.
For selling
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, yeah.
designs.
that and Gap?
Oh, he was selling knockoff.
No,
designs?
like Adidas wasn't asking him for approval on some of the stuff they were putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
and
Adidas is a
The White Lives
shit
Matter
company,
thing though,
isn't it?
like as soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, he's trolling, you know.
And
like, he's
it
just
was
doing this
Candace
for
Owens.
kind of
Yeah,
attention.
Candace
Yeah,
Owens.
and that too.
But you know he did the interview.
Which one?
They asked him why the White Lives Matter shirts.
it was on like Fox or something.
And what did he
You
say?
saw it? Yeah, with Tucker
I
Carlson
saw
or whatever
like
the
a
fuck that
2-second
Oh,
dickhead's
clip,
yeah.
name
and then I
is.
stopped watching.
And he was like, the reason people want to know why the White Lives Matter, and he was like, oh well, that's because White Lives Matter. They do. That's what Kanye said. That was his answer.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, but I still think that's
That's him trolling.
it's him trolling him, like, because we all know the organization that mainly profits off of that saying
Mm-hmm.
isn't really in accordance with the people who
Yeah.
are saying that saying for certain reasons, and though Kanye doesn't like, I guess he just doesn't do it in a traditional way. He still does some of the things that people who say the actual saying or mean the saying,
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Like, he's owning his own stuff. He's building more. He's doing that. Like, so he's actually doing it. He's just trolling on the other end, saying White Lives Matter.
I don't know. I hope you're right that he's trolling because that shit I felt triggered.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
At
bothers,
first, yeah,
it bothers me
It's
as well,
triggering, but it's just like, but with Kanye, that's
yeah.
he's gonna trigger you. He's gonna go against the grain, and then you're gonna see see what comes of it after. And if you don't like,
Lives matter.
what triggers you is what you give attention to, kind of, you know, like just don't.
Well, it's hard not to see when it's like when
Yeah.
you're scrolling.
Yeah, it's
Even like weeks.
everywhere.
I don't know how long it's been. A week later, like
Yeah.
I'm still seeing it all over my social.
Yeah, because typically, like, I'll go on social media, search for topics on different pages for us, like something that's in the headlines, and on specific pages, like every post is
Yes.
Kanye,
Yeah.
White Lives Matter, Kanye, CNN, Kanye, Fox, whatever.
Well, that's because he's been he went after he did the White Lives Matter because he did the
Yeah,
White
we
Lives.
talked about it. He went on Fox and said
Yeah, he
it's
went
be-
on Tucker Carlson. But he also
Yeah,
did the
I
shirt
hate
at
that.
a Balenciaga. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? A
Oh, that's when he
Balenciaga
wore the shirt,
fashion
yeah.
show, yeah. So you get all the news are going to be there. So it's just been him in the news, in the news, in the news. So the cycle keeps going. And then on his Instagram, he's wilding again. So he's like releasing all
And
his
posting
texts with
texts, yeah.
Diddy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
it's just
that
like
I had.
Kanye
What,
being
what
Kanye.
was he saying to Diddy?
He just put they whole text conversation.
Was it a good conversation? Because I haven't. Again,
Well,
I've
He was
ignored
it was-
everything about
really
it.
it was just Diddy saying he was gonna come see him and talk to him because he was trying to talk to him about the White Lives Matter like shirt
He
and
was just
thing.
saying he's not cool with it. It's kind of hurting the people. And
Yeah.
yeah, he's like, I'm going to post this text message thread on Instagram.
Yeah.
And, you get the tripping.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah,
Charlemagne, go ahead.
He's definitely doing it in a weird way, but my stance on it is just you just gotta wait and see with Kanye.
I was listening to
Do
the
you think
Breakfast
he's
Club.
okay?
No, I was listening to the Breakfast Club, but
Okay.
Charlemagne made a point.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
there.
he's definitely not okay, but he is a creative mind, and you have to, not that you have to, but you're gonna get the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible. We've never gotten just creative and great stuff with Kanye. There's always been some bad. I feel like as he's getting later in his life, maybe he's spiraling more. Maybe he's off his meds more. I don't know, but he's definitely not okay.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I could diagnose and say he's not okay, but obviously he's had like issues with that. But the way I see it, or I kind of like see. I don't know anything for sure, but the way like I'm saying, okay, it could be this, is that he's just doing this to push back against always being told that he's wrong or he's crazy. When you let things unfold, a lot of times he's right, or he's doing something that's good. And like I would like, for example, if Phil was in the public eye, right, and no one really understood Phil except for people close to him. Actually people close to Kanye are like, yo, what's going on? But still, like, I can see you pushing back and being just anti because you're tired of it, you know?
Yeah.
So I can see him doing that too, just like at a different level, because he has that much influence and he can. But and obviously he's diagnosed as bipolar too, so that probably has something to do with it. But
I think he knows how to piss people off for sure.
Exactly.
That makes it sell. But I was listening to Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne made a point that I thought about for a while, and I was like, this actually sounds like a really good point. He always talks about how Kanye needs white validation whenever shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of spot on. Because, like,
well, a lot of people have been saying that. He always mentions Walt Disney. He always been
like who he caters to when shit goes bad.
Yeah,
And it's just like
Nikolai Tesla or whatever.
So I was like, that makes perfect sense. And then, I think Kanye is just a really good agitator because that shit sells.
Like, you never hear him really bring up a black creative or whatever, a big time black person. It's always, like I said, Tesla, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs. Like, those are the three people he's always bringing up.
Yeah.
So
just thought that was an interesting point.
I think, Elon also does a lot of trolling, and people aren't always happy with him.
Yeah.
I think Kanye does it in a different way, and obviously a more like abrasive way.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see some similarities, you know.
I don't think too much of it. White Lives Matter is like, okay, cool. Because we know what the thing is, it's like, if we go to being political, Black Lives Matter was a scam in terms of the actual company or the organization was a scam. So it's like, well, you could say White Lives Matter as an objective to, you made all this money off the skin of blacks. Right. And you did Black Lives Matter. You didn't give back to the black community. And it was black people that was really getting killed at the hands of police brutality. You made that a whole movement only to fucking rob black people and not do anything for the movement.
Right. Yeah. If he sells all these White Lives Matter shirt and a bunch of Trump supporters and racist white people buy him from a black dude and he's getting all that money.
Yeah. Genius.
Like, what?
But it's the messaging that hurts. Sometimes you gotta, I don't know. It's a celebrity, so I don't look too far into it.
Right. At the end of the day, they're regular people too.
They're
people give them attention.
That's it. You can't treat these people like gods. So.
And while we on people that I want to fuck with or kind of do fuck with, but AB last week he was in the news. We never got to talk about that, but
put that shit on.
Well, him and Giselle, he posted the picture with him and Giselle and then shortly after Tom Brady and Giselle kind of announced that they were getting divorce lawyers, but then also AB was like naked in a pool. And stuck his cheeks in a white lady's face and then was like beating off.
Yeah. Wait, he was doing what?
He was naked in
exposed himself in a pool in Dubai.
But then did what after?
He took a lady's head, like jumped out of the pool and tried to put his butt in her face. And then 2, he was just like sitting in the pool beating off or whatever. Or playing with his meat.
What the hell?
Yeah.
In Dubai.
Yeah, wild.
And
that's wild, bro.
This is another nigga where it's like, was he always like this? A lot of people blame it to one CTE, but specifically the birth hit that kind of caused everything a downward spiral. But AB is wilding, and I hope that nigga.
That hit was dirty too, bro.
Yeah,
it was wildly dirty.
Yeah, but also AB, I don't know, his opportunities. Like, he tries to be like a Kanye, but you can't be like a Kanye because you're not that creative to where, like, what do you do when that NFL money run out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't think that it's gonna end well for AB because he's probably never gonna play again at this point.
He's 100% never playing again. The one person that was giving him
I don't know. He might
opportunity-
have other investments.
Maybe.
You don't know.
You would hope so,
Yeah.
but I mean, maybe.
But as far as playing in the NFL,
But he
that's
doesn't seem like a
that's
super
wrap.
bright dude.
You got a question of the week,
What was my question of the week? I didn't write it down. I was gonna memorize it.
right?
But
and
you never write
didn't
it
Yeah,
down.
put it
another
on
thing,
the
but
list
with
this
the
week.
White Lives Matter thing, we have like as people we have to detach ourselves from sayings. Like we can't
Oh,
we can't
facts.
let people say one thing and then
Cause who
get
cares?
that upset about it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Who cares? Why lives matter? Sure, you got it. Like, who cares?
is in trying to own and be like, I mean, someone already owns Black Lives Matter, but trying to own that as like the driving force. We gotta go a different place
Yeah.
from that.
You just gotta not be offended so easily as a group of
Yeah.
people
No, I
because
And
they
really
know
just-
that's how you get to us.
Right,
is-
and just not hold on to sayings and words because
Cause think about it. If you want to piss a nigga off, just call him a nigger. Think about it. Like,
yeah,
But that's not gonna piss you off.
Nah, cause words don't piss me off. Like, they be like, "Oh, you're a nigger." Okay, but are you gonna do shit? Like action. Like,
Yeah.
if you run up on me, cool, you gotta see me. But if you just call me a nigger the whole time, okay, buddy. Like, you can talk all that shit, but that don't mean nothing to me because you don't pose violence or threat to
Yeah.
me. Only time I ever care is if anybody poses a threat to me. And
Yeah.
you calling me something is no threat, and you really a bitch. Because if you felt that way, you would have did something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm of the don't talk about it, just do it.
Okay,
So
what
I'm
if
about
it's
to
someone
ask.
in a position of power above you, like your boss or something? They're not going to be violent with you, but they're in a position of power.
Yeah,
It's
but if they call
potentially
me a
threat.
nigger, I'm gonna respond how I would respond in the workplace. Great,
Yeah.
I'm taking that to HR and I'm about to file a lawsuit for racial discrimination. I'm gonna get you where it hurts. That's being tactical. That's being smart. That's not being emotional. The
So
problem
you
is,
do care.
yeah, but in response to AJ, it's not that I don't care. It's how we respond to things. The black people as a whole, because we've been through slavery, because words mean so much to us, we respond emotionally as a group. And a lot of times we don't, which is why you always have this push to strategize and, be tactful, because it's like, no, like, let's sit back, not be so emotional about this and make a plan, because they want us to respond this way. They want us to go out and riot and tear up shit so they can be like, oh, look at these ignorant black folks, instead of rallying together and being like, oh, this is what they're trying to do. How about let's not go tear shit up? How about, cool, we'll put all of our resources together and we'll pool our money together for a real cause. That's taking the emotional response out of it. But that's kind of hard because we do have a history of slavery and trauma, and we don't we don't address this trauma, so we easily trigger it. And we go through all these emotional responses, like being called a nigger. Like, you call the wrong person a nigger, he might kill you.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you have to be strong enough to not let something so take you to the edge. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Like, is it really worth risking your life to try to fight somebody up because they called you a nigger if they don't actually pose a real threat to you?
Yeah.
Now, if they're calling you a nigger and they're running up on you, that's different. But if they just calling you a nigger to call you a nigger, okay. Gotta come at me better than that, bro. That's all we saying.
Got you.
But I forgot my question of the week. I'm sorry.
Right. You gotta at least write it down.
I have failed you. What's the meme? I have failed you.
The Dexter.
Yeah.
Get off your chest. Y'all got anything?
Lukey?
I have nothing.
No. Wait, hold on. I want to check in on something. That's been a theme.
Wait, with me?
Yeah. Have you heard back from the campus police?
No,
Still
bro. No. Wait, did I tell
Bro,
you?
I'm going
wait,
down
wait,
there.
did I tell you that
They
someone
dropped the
wrote
case?
"suck my dick, Darren" on my?
And they already found it.
on the
Yeah.
office. Oh yeah, they found it already on the office next to me.
Yeah.
Bro,
And they found it already, and it's been like 3
Bro,
weeks.
you
maybe.
I'm
need
putting
a-
on a suit and walking in with a briefcase, and we're gonna talk to them.
Bro, honestly, and I've responded since the last time we talked about it in the pod to the email thread which has like 8 people in it, and I told my boss, I was like, I'm gonna CC the vice president on this. Not the vice president of the United States, the vice president. of the
Low key, they
United
probably dropped your case. It's
Come
like,
on,
yeah, we don't
Karen.
have any evidence.
States. Bro, they would have said no, but I gave them specific time and date
to look through.
to look through.
Bro, you
They
need
have to find something. The camera is literally pointing.
Do the dean of students everything. CC me.
So I'm about to CC a bunch of people.
CC Anthony Graves at
They're gonna be like, "Yo, who the
.com.
fuck is Anthony Graves?"
Okay, yeah, we've tried.
They're
to
gonna
take
look through like all
I'll make a
employees,
Gmail and
it's
I'll
not-
make a lawyer one. I'll put Esquire in it, and they'll be like, "Oh fuck."
So yeah, it's wild, bro. I don't know how.
Maybe your boss stole your equipment, and they don't want you
Nah.
to. Maybe it's like some what do you call that?
Incest.
Like no.
Feels like yeah.
I know, no, I
Oh,
was
like
saying incest.
inside job?
Inside
Yeah.
job, yeah. It's an inside
I knew you were
job.
thinking.
It was an inside job, and they're like, "We
Yeah.
got this fucker."
Bro, honestly though, it's wild.
Could you imagine an inside job?
Like
they don't
if something,
Luke?
and I
For
also
real.
told, bro, did I tell you that I tried to like
Imagine
turn?
he sees someone and then he gets fired the next day.
I tried to turn it all around. It's
Yeah.
not even funny if I get fired, bro.
No, but
Why
that would
that'd
be
be funny?
comedy. That would be like
That
not
wouldn't be
comedy.
funny.
It'd be like,
I'm
all
without a
right.
job.
You've been letting this case linger for 3 months, Johnson.
No, but like, no, I think he was saying if I get fired.
No, yeah, saying if Luke gets fired and then
Oh, that
I
they
was like,
just,
that's not gonna be funny.
it's not funny, but it's just like
It'd be hilarious.
it would be a movie.
Why would that be funny?
Because then it'd be like, oh, it's definitely a collusion. And
In retrospect, you could laugh at it.
You have
Okay, but
grounds-
we're not.
well,
in
you-
ret-
you
it's
have-
not in
you have-
retrospect
you have
right
grounds
now.
for wrongful termination, so that'd be a nice.
Potentially,
Exactly.
But
You'd have a
how,
lawsuit,
but
you'd
how
have
would I
to
prove
work.
that? How could I prove that? You have to have like
wrongful
definitive evidence. Of
Well,
so
they
you could
also
you
have
could go
the paper
on.
trail
You
to
yeah, you
fire
can definitely start a lawsuit and then you can choose to settle
I'd
for like
probably
$3 million.
lose.
Yeah.
No,
But-
because they would probably settle. If you have an outstanding case and no one's answering, then all of a sudden you're fired for no cause when they've been trying to give you more work.
Maybe.
That's literally.
But anyway, I try to turn it around as like why I need a new lock on my door or why I need
Mhm.
the RFID access is because like I have sensitive student information like social securities and all of those things.
Yeah.
Like that information shouldn't be open to just
Yeah.
anybody in the fucking university, and they still did not want to change my lock.
You stirring up the pot too much, bro. You an agitator. You get to a new company from you're an
Dang.
outsider, and you just
He's gonna
How?
put a shirt that says Luke Lives Matter on it.
for real. Things
Oh,
were
fact.
great before this guy comes in. Now all of a sudden we gotta do 3 month
No, actually-
investigations. Now he wants
actually,
to change locks on doors.
My boss, bro, knows how much like good shit I've brought. I doubt he thinks that I'm an agitator. Like every day,
know,
he's
bro.
like, man, I'm trying to get us new positions so we can take something off your plate. Like he's always like coming to my office telling me stuff like that because like how not only how many roles I have, but every day like I'm very monotone like when I'm at work. I mean I'm probably monotone now, but he's like, man, you know what's keeping you here? Why would you not want to go back to Kentucky? Like why would you not want to go back to any of those other schools?
You now want to go back to
No, I don't want to go back to Kentucky, the state. But like the school situation was a lot better. The intramural situation was a
but
lot
it's
better
in
than it is now.
Kentucky.
I understand that, but he doesn't know. So he's like, oh, Luke could leave at any moment. Like that's what's going on in his head.
Yeah, tell him give
So
me
he's-
more money.
So because like all of my programs, football, basketball, soccer, indoor soccer, all of those things that we've run so far, I looked at participation numbers. In the last 8 years, this is the highest it's been,
Mm-hmm.
like by far.
killing it.
Unique participants are up like twice as much.
How you think you got the more uniques?
Well, I'm offering a different, like I've scheduled it differently. So before it was people would sign up for a 2-hour slot and they would play twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2-hour slot, it was based on like your time, like you put in your time preference first, and then we schedule you based on your time preference. Now what we're doing is we're doing 1-hour slots. You play once a week, so there's more opportunity for more teams because you're playing less a week. And then also, if based on the field space, we're adding one extra team. So there's 2 fields, which means you can have 4 teams at once, right? So we're adding 5 teams to every division instead of 4,
And then
and
they just
you
have a
you
bye.
you get a bye week.
Mm.
So you're getting more unique participants. You're getting more unique participants over the course of the week because they're not playing twice a week. So of course, like unique participants are going to go up. I think we increased the possibility of teams from like 30 to 90 potential teams now, just by because you double it by them playing once a week,
Mm-hmm.
and then you increase it by probably about 30% ish by adding bye weeks. So you can either do a bye week like you add one extra team based on the facility space, or you can do 2 bye weeks if you add multiple teams over the limit. Two teams get a bye each week, and you increase your teams that way. So there's different stuff. Or if it's like, let's say it's a futsal game and they normally play on hour time slots, you change it to 45-minute time slots. You adjust the game time, and you schedule on the 45 minutes instead of on the hour. You can add probably 1 or 2 more teams based on your start and end time, like how long that is. So there's different things that you can do. And you can do some of the, like, if you shorten the games to 45 minutes and you add bye weeks, like at that point, then you're increasing probably by a lot more. So you over 100 teams potentially instead of 30, which was the max.
100 teams are signing up too.
We haven't. So I didn't do the 45-minute one for all of our sports, like decreasing the time, because flag football, like, that's pretty standard. But other smaller sports like futsal, dodgeball, 3v3 basketball, like those things, I can adjust the time and people wouldn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
So those we've done, and we've seen a complete increase to where we've actually had to rent facility space from athletics because we have so many teams wanting to join. Same with futsal. We didn't rent the space, but we did ask them for a space for futsal. Because we literally couldn't fit a single other team in there based on our facility space.
With the 2 courts, you're saying?
With the 2 courts, yeah. And they have 2 additional courts. So, like, he knows
right
that,
there too.
like, our numbers are better than they've ever been. We put out surveys, like, it's all, like, on a 1 to 10 scale. Nothing's lower than an 8. Like, even, like, I was surprised. Like, we asked them to rate our referees for all of our sports.
Yeah.
And, like, for that to be an 8 or above.
That's pretty good.
That's wild because people complain about the refs all the time.
yeah.
Even at UK, like, we never got that, and the
crazy.
refs were better, low key.
You doing all this good work, and they can't find the person that's doing
Both facts. But
Agitator.
yeah, my boss knows, like, I'm doing a whole bunch of good shit, and he was probably, like, relieved because before I got there and before Darren got there, like, he was doing everything. Campus rec, like, our vice president wants us to be in the top 120 of U.S. news, like, rankings for universities. Right now we're like 250 or something like that. So my boss looked at, like, 20 schools, 10 in the top half, 10 in the bottom half, and, like, try to average out how many campus rec professionals they have. It's 8 on average.
You have what?
And we have 2.
Yeah,
The new guy and me.
Right.
And the new guy is just doing facility operations. I'm doing group fitness, personal training, marketing, intramurals, club sports, and wellness. 6 different departments. My boss, sorry, I should probably cut that out.
I hate this.
I literally got a lot to cut out.
Bro.
But my boss, like, knows that I'm doing a whole lot.
Wait, we can't know his name?
I mean, you can, but I don't know if I don't want his name out there.
We can't put his name out there.
The first name?
I don't know. They could Google
HIPAA.
it. They know what, like, school I work at and all that.
They do?
I feel like, I
Bro.
feel like I mentioned it before.
Can we just stop talking about this nigga's
my
job? Have me cut all this
Yeah.
shit out. And
You
the
gotta cut the
listeners
whole
know
thing.
nothing about it. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "What is this nigga talking about?"
Yeah.
Do you have anything to get off your chest, bro?
That was it.
That whole thing got to get cut out.
Jesus
My fault.
Christ.
Or this podcast could be 45 minutes.
For real.
Sorry, Zach. I'm making your job hard.
Luke
What
or
did I have to get off my
AJ?
chest?
No, I said I didn't already.
I actually had something to get off my chest, but I forgot again. I'm
Jeez,
sorry.
Phil.
I've been
Mine.
forgetting a lot.
Was it work related? Was it?
It wasn't work related. It was I don't remember.
Is it people telling you you're doing too much?
Because you are.
No,
I don't think he's doing too much.
No, I get that often though. I get that. That's just.
I
a
think it's
constant battle.
admirable that you're doing a lot.
Thanks, man.
You're doing the most.
I got told that last night.
Are you doing the most?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, it's good.
Wait, you got told that last time by who?
Patty.
Wait, when you were at the...
Yeah.
She's like, Phil's always doing the most. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, you're always busy. I'm like, I know. I like being
Oh,
busy.
no, I thought she meant
That's
like you were
great.
try hard.
No. Like doing the most means just like you be doing too much.
No, I know. I understand what it means.
And it means that I'm
I mean, like, I'm using the
she-
slang term, so you don't have
Yeah,
to explain
no.
what doing the most means.
You're in the best shape of your life.
I am pretty much in best shape.
No,
You're
not
fighting people?
shape.
I'm in good shape though. Like I can wake up and go.
No, we talked about this every
You improved at work.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it.
You're
I'm gonna
getting
tell you
pussy.
That much. That I am. It's been great.
He's thinking about it. You seen that? He just went off.
He's like, dang, I need to go home.
He
Get
went
some
off
more
into
pussy.
pussy land.
It's been great.
I'm running out of pussy at home.
Yeah, but yeah, as long
Legit,
as you're being a good partner, then you're straight. Keep doing
Yeah.
it.
I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to be a good. Being a good partner is hard. That's I gotta get
It's
off my
not.
chest. Being
Yeah.
a
It's
good
not- I
partner
think
is
it's
hard. Yeah, cause I didn't realize I wasn't shit for a long time.
Yeah.
Like not like shitty, but just like going through the motions. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I don't
Like
know
being
if
a
it's
good partner,
hard.
you have to be very.
That's not
No,
hard.
conscious.
being a
I
good
don't.
partner
I
is
don't
hard.
think it's not easy. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't
okay.
say
If
it's
it ain't
hard.
easy, what is it?
in the middle.
It can be in the middle.
Whatever. But being intentional and being
Yeah, it's-
conscientious about being intentional, that in itself is a job.
Mm-hmm.
So, responsibility that a partner should do and should take. So whenever you in a relationship and you moving
It's just effort.
and you kind of going through like the motions in a relationship, you don't realize like, oh, you thinking like, oh, I'm doing a good job at being a partner, but then really you're not, because you're not being intentional about the time you have together. What are you doing in that time? You're not being intentional about
Are you
just-
helping around the house?
am I helping around the house? Yeah, stuff like that.
Pulling your weight?
Pulling my weight. So it's just like in my mind thinking that just existing was good enough. And it wasn't. And that's not yeah, just like
Just being with. I'm with you. What you mean?
but yeah,
What do you
hey,
mean
look,
that's not
yeah,
enough?
are we gonna be honest or not? But
No, yeah, you're right.
But it's just like, yo, like I'm faithful. Like, you know, I take out the trash. I do like I pick up the manly stuff. I
Both
drive
of you
up-
said it's not hard, and y'all both lying.
No,
No, I
I'm
don't-
not.
It's definitely hard.
It has its
On both
difficult
ends.
moments.
Yeah.
But it's really just putting effort forward. That's all it is.
No, it's not. That's not all it is.
I think that's all it
I
is.
don't think so, bro.
It's,
Because I put effort.
effort is
The bare minimum.
the
No.
majority of it.
Okay.
But you have to make sure that effort is something that person will receive or understand as
Yeah.
that.
If you
'Cause
not
you,
with the,
you could be trying a lot and really hard in one way, but
you have
that
to
don't mean
yes,
shit to them. It
obviously
don't
you have
matter.
to understand what
you,
your girl
AJ.
wants,
Right, and that,
then put the effort towards what she wants.
right. Effort
But
is,
once
that's
you
what
know,
effort's the
but once
majority
you
of
know
it.
what she wants, I feel like that doesn't change drastically from day to day.
if you're with the right person, I
Yeah.
don't think that
Yes.
it's hard. Again, it's not easy, but to me, it's still like in the middle. If you're with
Like-
somebody that you're not compatible
yeah.
with,
Right, so-
but you're trying to force it to happen, then yes, it could be hard.
And yes, it does change like what they want,
So what
but
are you trying to say?
it
Zach?
doesn't change
so
drastically.
there's
from
been
every
things.
day.
There's been ways both of you have had to grow
Yes.
in very difficult ways to be a good partner. That's what I'm saying.
That's hard because you have to understand where
Because you're
weak at.
changing yourself. You're going
Yes.
from, hey, this is me. This is who I am.
But
This is who.
okay, maybe I just don't think that it's hard. Maybe it's a mentality that I don't think that it's hard.
Bro,
but it's
we,
because
what we just talked
No,
about
no.
before this podcast was very difficult for you. It wasn't. It's not easy,
That's
Okay.
Oh,
and that's part of being a good partner.
AJ with the
Like-
motherfucking
Wait.
truth bombs. Talk your shit, AJ.
okay.
Nigga got my
Like
back.
it's
That's
not.
my-
It's not easy going. You guys are talking. It's not easy going to therapy and like really bringing your stuff up and identifying it. That's not easy at all. That's part of being a good partner.
Thank you. That's hard. I'm getting attacked.
what are y'all
for-
talking about?
Thank you. I need it. This is why we need you back, AJ.
Okay, I feel like
Well, one,
maybe it's-
I didn't attack Phil. All I said is I don't think that
But
it's.
this is why I need AJ here because
No,
he
okay,
can
ma-
explain my thoughts
No,
better than
but,
I
but
can.
yes, but that's one thing out of like
Okay, but that's a
100
major
different
thing.
things.
That's a major. That's a big.
and if I
Even
want,
if it's one thing, there's weight to it. There's
Yeah.
like, yes, taking out the trash, like, cool, you're doing
Yes.
this effort, but it doesn't weigh as much as the stuff that we were
but
talking
if
about
I
before.
also
or,
want to change, like I realize that I'm wrong,
Right,
and I
regardless
want
if
to
you want
change,
to do
it's
it,
not. It's easier in my head. I'm like, okay, this is easy because I like the
Yeah.
effort. Putting forth the effort is the easy part.
right, I'm
Right?
not disagreeing.
Like changing yourself as a person is the difficult part, but
Okay.
making the effort is the easy part.
we
So that's
never
what I'm
disagreed
saying.
on that.
And
Okay.
and
I said
okay.
I said effort
Okay,
was
well, I can
word for word. I
agree.
said effort was 90% of
Okay.
it, but just because 90% of his effort does not mean
Okay, I
it's
can
hard.
agree that changing yourself or bettering yourself is not always easy. But for me, since effort is such a large part of that, it's 95% of a relationship is the effort that you put in. Putting forth that effort because not only does she want it, but it's
So-
the right thing, and I know that I'm wrong,
Right,
and I know
right.
that
So
I need to be
would
better.
I would say 90% of it is effort, but there's different weight to it. Like I think effort probably to another person weighs 50%. Of like if you say if 90% of the actual what you're doing is effort, how the weight of the impact is probably 50%. Because you can be putting in as much effort as you want. If it's not hitting home for that person, and you don't understand, or maybe you guys even haven't approached something or this thing, and you're doing it wrong, it's gonna be like, this person's not even trying. And that's what it's gonna feel like.
That's the hard part. That's why AJ's
No,
here.
but
But
that's
also
when you have
that's
those
also what I just said.
conversations.
Yeah.
If you're with the right person and both y'all on the same page,
Yeah.
which yes, that's rare to happen, then it's not hard. But if you're with
You also have
somebody
to
that
work on, like, even if it's the right person, you still have to work on things.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
Because
course.
inherently you guys are
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm not
but my
saying
point is- my
you
point
can't just
was-
exist.
No, my point was
Right.
even-
I'm
Wait,
not,
my
I'm not
point was
saying
though.
Phil is right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that being a good like, as soon as you start thinking being a good partner is easy, that's when.
Yeah.
But my
That's
point
when
was,
you mess
But
up.
my point was also my definition of what being a good partner wasn't necessarily their definition, but I feel like I was doing.
Your definition
And
of
as you
what
get-
being a good
as you
partner
get
was
older
is
and
nobody's definition.
As
No,
you-
but
just
no,
existing.
because I don't.
He was saying he was getting better from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
but
I'm
no,
saying.
I'm saying his old definition of it
Yeah, but he's not
is
there no
not
more.
what. Yes, but that's what he was saying. His old definition is
Yeah.
what he thought other people thought being a good partner was. So I'm saying his old definition. No one thinks that.
Well, no,
but
I
you.
thought like being a good partner was like the basics. Like when I just say existing, it obviously I'm not just there, but it's doing like the norm. So it's being faithful. It's
Basically
paying for
being a good
meals,
friend and
like being
having a partner.
chauvinistic, like not being chauvinistic, but not being chauvinistic.
Chivalrous.
Being chivalrous, yes, not being, but like being chivalrous, like giving my lady a voice, and like not being disrespectful, not cursing at my lady.
Yeah.
Like to me, because a lot of the relationships that I was around,
Right.
that's not the norm because I come from an unnormal place.
Right.
Just that's not the norm. So when I start to do with my mind, like, oh, this is what makes a partner good, the normal, and it's like, no, there's so much more. That's
Yeah.
the work, but it's like this person deserves to get that, so
Right.
I don't mind putting in the work.
Right.
So
the
it's
effort,
like,
the
yeah.
effort is easy. The trying is easy.
It's
if
the
you're with the right
adjusting.
person and
Yeah.
if you really like that person.
Oh well, then I think
But
we're all on the
being
same page
a-
then.
Yeah, but being a good partner
It's hard.
is
It's work.
right.
It's work. Yes,
It's
it's
hard.
work.
It's work, but not all work is
Yeah,
hard.
exactly. That's
I think, but that's the thing, and this is why I think it's hard work, because
I still don't think it's hard work.
I
And I
know.
think we might be playing semantics at this
Yeah,
point. I
it's
think
like-
we can
we
all
ha-
agree
right.
it's work.
We're
It's
on
work.
we're on the same page, but it's
Yeah.
just
But
your
I don't-
definition of
yeah,
hard is a little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
different.
yeah,
That's
I
all.
mean, for me, it's hard work because you, like I said, you have to be intentional, and then at some point, it changes who you are fundamentally.
hard doesn't always mean bad too. I
Yeah.
feel like you guys are both saying
Equating
hard
it
means
to
bad.
No.
because
You can do
you
good
change.
hard work. You
Yeah.
can do hard work and it'd be good and you
Like
still
Yeah.
enjoy
good
it.
work, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like AJ did with redoing his
Facts.
place.
I was
That's
working
hard work.
19
But
hours
hold
a
on,
day.
I don't want to brush over that because you just said it can change you at your core, or whatever the hell you just
Yeah,
said.
I feel
But-
like I'm turning into a little bitch.
Yeah.
But for the better.
But listen, because you and it is for the better. You and Danny are very opposite people. We've said this before. So for you, it's a little bit different. Whereas me and Tatiana, yes, we have our differences, but we're very similar people. So for me, like, yes, there were things that I had to change, of course, and things she had to change. But I never felt like I really changed like who I am at my core because we are so similar. You get what I'm saying?
My person is like
So it depends
my,
relationship to relationship.
yeah, it like my foundation and my like principles are the same. I think my personality and like I said, I'm turning into a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And bitch is in a good sense, not a bad like
Yeah.
because I'm toxic. There's always gonna be a level of toxicity with me.
Chauvinistic.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I'm getting softer. I'm starting to feel.
Yeah, some people's
these-
transformations are gonna be bigger.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel these feels, and I'm just like having to identify, like, damn, I never felt this oozy and cuddly, and I don't know if I like this. But that's like a human reaction because I just was anti like feeling so ooh.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that. But it's like, and I guess that's my point.
I guess
Like,
I mean it depends on how big of a change. Like it seems like you're doing a full 180.
Well, yeah, definitely. Phil definitely had to change a lot to
Yeah.
be like Phil from when we met him to Phil being in a long-term relationship. Those are gonna be two different people.
Yeah.
You know, not two different. Like at your core, you're changing, but the way you move is gonna be.
Yeah, and even
almost
it's like
entirely
coming into
different.
Florida, it was just like when you come out of a certain environment and you get around an environment that you don't have to live in like a survival state or like a defensive state, it's going through this process of like, I never had to think about that. That's not normal. Actually, like that shouldn't be like I shouldn't get excited by this. That should be like kind of terrifying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when the altercation happened, and it's like I got turned up because there's so much violence. And I'm excited, and fucking people are crying and passing out, and I had to go home and be like, yeah, you shouldn't be excited about that. Like, fucking look in the mirror. So it's the same with love and like, oh, like if I want to marry this person and I see like, all right, I got to get my future together. It's like, no, you should be more soft. You should be a little less like abrasive and be a little bit easier to talk to. Shit like that. So.
Yeah, hard. Just to be clear, hard in this sense doesn't mean bad. Doesn't mean you don't want to do it. Doesn't mean any of that. It's just
it's just understanding that you're adjusting and getting used to the adjustment and putting the work in to make the adjustment so that
you can still do something hard.
The effort
and really
is
like it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So the thing I had to get off my chest, and I'm glad we just had that discussion about like love and relationships and softness and all that, is I constantly on social media see women shitting on men with podcasts. I'm sure y'all have probably seen it too.
Yeah, of course.
Like, men need to stop picking up the microphones and go to therapy or whatever the hell. I just constantly see us getting shitted on. And I feel like we're not like one of those like ultra masculine podcasts where we constantly shitting on.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
Where we constantly shitting on women. I mean, yes, do we discuss women at times? Of course. But I don't like being lumped in with all those other podcasts.
No, I agree.
And
I
being
feel like
generalized.
we're not like
I also just think it's kind of like the cool thing to do is just shit on men. And it's like, I think it's funny because all these women that shit on men turn around and need men. And I'm just like,
all right, I'm going to cut you off right there. I'm going to cut you off right there.
But this man is exactly what Zach said. I hope that we're not lumped
That's
into.
speak for yourself.
I'm going to cut you off right there, my boy. Anyways, so anything y'all got for best thing y'all seen this week?
Oh yeah, but have you had it, Luke? The Chala French toast at Zach the Baker.
I wanted to try.
Zach's gonna hate it.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Chala?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they use challah bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this.
I don't know why I always thought it was challah.
Challah la 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 la.
No,
Best.
I think there's something. You're thinking about something else. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Chala.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Have you had it though?
I think so. Yes.
What was it like? What did it taste like?
But I don't remember.
When did you have
I
it?
haven't been in a minute. Is it new? If it's new, then I haven't had it.
Well,
But
I don't know
I've-
if they do it
there was a-
seasonally. That's the thing.
Is it
This
vegan?
one.
I've had like 5 of their breads.
No,
I
like
don't
French,
remember.
like French toast.
No.
Like, have you ate at the cafe and had a
Yes.
French toast?
Yes.
Oh, you've had.
Is
you've
it?
had
Is it?
5
Wait,
different
don't
French
they make
toasts?
No, don't they make? No, 5 different of their.
Of their breads, yeah, but I'm talking about the French
yes,
toast, bro.
but okay. I don't know if I've had the French toast, but don't they do it with their cinnamon roll as well?
the French
Challah
toast?
bread.
Oh, it's
Isn't-
a challah cinnamon roll. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I've 100% had it.
I
But
need to
I'm
try
asking
this.
about if you had the French toast.
Okay, sorry.
No,
No, I haven't had the French
He's
toast.
just trying to find a way to
No,
say yes.
no. I thought you were talking about the challah bread. Because I'm looking at this and I didn't see the FT. Because you didn't spell out French toast.
Yeah, your
So-
whole thing had me. When
I
you
put
that in the
FT
notes.
because Zach. I didn't want Zach to throw up before he saw it.
But
No.
you also put ZBT Chala FT.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, what the fuck is
So
that?
when you he said Zach the Baker
Yeah.
challah, and I did. You said French toast a little bit later, so I didn't see
No,
it
I said
until
had
just now.
my first. Maybe I need to listen to this, but I thought I said, "Have you had the challah French toast?"
No, you did, but I mean like a
You
little
said,
bit
"I've had
into
5
the
different
conversation.
breads."
Into the
Okay.
conversation. Anyway, no, I haven't
Yeah.
had the French toast.
It's good. It's lit. I think you should try it, Zach.
I've been meaning to go to Zach the Baker, but he's closed on Sundays, right?
No, close on
it's
Saturday.
Closed on Saturdays.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The
yeah, 'cause
Sabbath.
it's
He's closed on the Sabbath.
Yeah, because I think I've only had the ability to go to like Wynwood on Saturdays. Because Sundays I'm usually like busy running errands and whatnot.
That should
And
be an errand
so-
then.
It
You
should
just,
be.
I mean, they open at 6 a.m. So you
Yeah.
can go.
Bro,
You can
get
go there
early.
You should
Yeah.
go there early
Yeah,
too
because it
they'd
gets
be busy.
packed on Sunday.
But their challah French toast is good. They have a forgive me, Gabe. They have a salmon, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich that's lit.
Yeah.
You've
that
had you've talked
actually
about it
sounds
before.
extremely
The
good.
salmon bacon. I know Gabe's gonna hate this, but the salmon bacon is better than
You like lox?
regular bacon.
Yeah.
They have good or
Are you
it's
talking about
Oh,
it's
they have
Nova.
a
style speed?
It's Nova, but it's Nova.
This nigga's stupid.
You can get Nova on a bagel and it's lit.
They have
This nigga's
they have a
fucking-
salmon burger as well. That's good.
The salmon burger is fire. Yeah,
The salmon burger and the salmon bacon egg and cheese or whatever it is
yeah.
are the two best.
Well,
have
yeah,
the-
My
I'm
favorite is the salmon
definitely
burger.
because I think I've said this before. Salmon's my favorite meat. Pause.
Well,
It's a
it's
little
not a
bit
meat,
pricey,
though.
but it's really good.
but yeah, you can't really the salmon burger. You can tell that it's salmon.
Yeah.
The salmon bacon, it's not as identifiable when you taste it.
Oh, I mean, I could tell. It tastes like smoked salmon, kind of. Smoked salmon jerky, but it's really good.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I get the jerky more than like smoked salmon.
But you get the
I
smokiness
guess.
flavor. That's what I'm
I
saying.
guess a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's not as prominent
It's
as in the burger.
definitely. I mean, the salmon is smoked. In the salmon.
No,
bacon.
no. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying that
Yeah.
it's not as strong like it is in the burger to me.
I'm gonna try to go next week.
You think it is? You think it's more salmony in the bacon?
Oh no. But I've just had smoked salmon a lot before, and it's like I don't say salmon jerky a lot, but like salmon that way I've had it a bunch. So that's why I was like, it does taste like salmon to me. But I get what you're saying.
Well, I don't care. I love salmon. It
Yeah.
could be fishy taste. It could be non-fishy. I'm gonna eat it regardless.
Both the burger's really good. Like
I'ma
the salmon
eat
egg
it.
and cheese is good, and the child French toast is good too.
And
Tati
this-
like French toast?
Yeah.
Because even if you don't like it, she'll like it a lot.
So I know I give, and I need to come clean on this podcast. I shit on French toast a lot, but
Sweet.
Publix French toast sticks, that's like the one exception.
You're a
I'll
child.
make.
Yeah.
Their French toast sticks are delicious.
How do you not like real French toast?
I don't
So
know.
this
It's
one-
just not that great to me.
Aren't
Is
they
like-
frozen?
The bread is like the challah is fluffy, and someone else I know when you brought the French toast up, it was like, oh, you have to try challah French toast.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fluffy. It's obviously still is going to be, I guess, soggy,
Soggy bread, like Brandon said.
kind of, yeah. But he's like, I don't like pancakes with soggy bread, but I like French toast. But it's still pretty crispy, and the syrup they have is super fire. It's like
Really?
orange based. It's like orange and
Oh,
maybe
I don't know if I
maple.
like that though.
No,
You like
that
orange?
sounds good as fuck.
Not that much.
It's not like super like I think you'll like it. It's not
Really?
super orange. It's like
Alright.
a little bit of citrus, but instead of it being citrus from lemon, that's usually almost always tart. You have
Mhm.
sweetness from the orange.
Got you.
So it's
Double
fire.
the sweet.
I'll
and,
try it for sure.
and it's not too sweet.
I'll
It's
try
also
it for
not
sure.
too sweet.
But y'all kind of sold me on the salmon stuff, so I feel like
You gotta try both.
Exactly.
Just
Well,
just get 3 dishes. Get whatever Tati's gonna get. Get either the salmon bacon or the salmon burger,
Yeah. And then we
and
can
And a
share the
cinnamon
French
roll.
toast.
Take a cinnamon roll
and then
home.
split the French toast.
Oh yeah, I definitely got to get a cinnamon. Bro,
Cinnamon
I need to pig out while I'm
Cinnamon rolls, they don't serve them hot, so you'll probably want to take it home and warm
there. Does it come with icing on it?
I mean, you mean
Yeah.
icing?
lightly.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
So the things
Glaze.
there, like it's sweet, it's really good quality, but it's not like too sweet, which is
Gotcha.
also something I like too.
Got you.
It's not like
and
super,
Tatiana.
it's not super processed or refined sugars kind of
Okay.
thing.
Tatiana will like their coffee too, because their
Bet.
coffee's kind of fire.
I like the coffee from Wild Grace a little bit better, but their coffee is still good. There's a lavender one,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lavender
that's what I
latte.
normally
Lavender latte is pretty good.
get. Also, have you been to Sour Seed?
No,
I don't know
where's
how we
that?
got. Oh, best thing you've seen.
Yeah.
It's in Miami. It's in, I want to say Design District, maybe.
Sour
If
seed.
I'm
Okay.
trying to.
You
put my
gonna
finger
stop
on it.
raving about this place?
That place is.
Did you go anywhere for
Fire.
Miami Spice? I was gone the entire Miami
No, I
Spice. I was
didn't.
pissed.
I didn't go.
But we have a Michelin star restaurant here.
Oh wait, I
in-
did go to
in
Drunken.
Midtown.
I did go to Drunken Dragon. They had the Miami Spice menu, but
You go to Drunk Dragon all the time.
no, but the Miami Spice menu is a little bit different.
Oh, what was it this year?
I mean, I don't fucking know, but because I went, but I didn't order anything from the
You're
Miami
funny.
Spice menu.
Yeah,
But I knew that it was different because I looked at it and I was like, oh, I haven't had any of these. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna order my normal shit.
Yeah, there's a Michelin star restaurant. I missed it. They had a thing.
What's it called?
It's I gotta look it up. It's
Also,
it's
tell
in
the
Midtown.
people what Miami Spice is, because they might.
Miami
not know.
Spice is August and September. For 2 months, they almost all the restaurants, especially high end restaurants, in Miami, and some Fort Lauderdale, but mostly Miami, will
Curate a
Well,
special menu.
We'll do it's a three
one
course. It'll be a
price.
3-course menu, and it'll be either $45 or $60 depending on the place. And they offer different things on their menu. So you'll have like an option of 3 appetizers to choose from, 3 entrees to choose from, 3 desserts to choose from. All of that for $45 a person. And the purpose is August and September in the restaurant industry in general are usually like the dead months. So it's a way to get people to 1, try new restaurants, and 2, to eat out more. So
And they do it for the whole month?
August and
It's
September,
2
it's 2
months.
months. Yeah,
Oh, shit, I didn't even. Damn. I gotta keep that in mind.
yeah. So you can eat like a 5-star restaurant.
Mhm.
For-
Plates are
45
usually
bucks.
like maybe $30 by themselves
Like
for
Komodo?
$40 or $60. Yeah, I went
Komodo
to Komodo
does it?
last year.
And you can get legit a steak, an appetizer, and a dessert for $45.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not like smaller portions either.
Nice.
All right, moving on. Streaming.
Wait, did anybody else see anything good this week?
Oh yeah. NSU sent a flag football team to UCF,
Hey, it's lit.
Did they do well?
which apparently they haven't done before. So we sent our first team. They won their first game against Florida.
It's lit.
And there was an inadvertent whistle on a touchdown that they had.
Jeez.
So obviously in that, like, they can either take where the whistle was blown or replay the play, so they don't get the touchdown. So they should have won by more, but
Okay.
yeah, but they won.
I thought it was like they lost now. I was like, oh jeez.
No. They won. They only won by 2 points. And
It's happening right now.
No. The game's over.
I'm talking about the tournament's happening.
Oh, the tournament's happening
Yeah.
right now. They actually had to have a game right, like as we're talking right now. They're playing. So hopefully they win it all.
Philip?
Anything else? Best thing?
No, man, I carved a pumpkin for the first time.
I was gonna say
Oh, yeah.
he
So
won.
that was cool.
He won first and second.
It's like,
In a
this is
popular
cool.
vote.
I did. So
It's lit. It's
And I
lit.
voted
second,
for you.
Yeah, he was first in the IG polls, and then second in the little kid's heart. Some
Patty, if
random
you're
little kid showed up.
Patty, if you're listening, I did know that was Phil's. I looked at the picture beforehand, identified his, and then picked his. So
All right, streaming. Actually, have a lot of things this week. So I've brought it up before. I kind of fell off of it, but the Lakers docu-series on Hulu, I am begging y'all to watch it. And
Yeah.
I don't mean the listeners. I
Well,
mean,
you've been asking us to watch every sports documentary.
I have, but this one specifically, because I mean,
Please watch
yes, a big
Hard Knocks.
part of the final dance or the last dance, it was COVID, so a lot of people were home and they had the ability to watch it, and of course it was trending. But I see nobody talking about this Lakers documentary, and when I tell you it is phenomenal, I'm telling you it is fucking phenomenal. So it's so far 9 episodes in. It comes out every Monday, about an hour long. And
We gotta wait.
Wait, what's it on?
it's on Hulu.
He said
Oh,
it
I
at the
have Hulu.
beginning.
Yeah. So
He said that at the beginning.
the
Oh, I didn't
basis they're mainly focused on
LeBron
Jerry
James.
Buss and his family. And it's just interesting to see like one how he just transformed the Lakers dynasty or turned it into a dynasty just with the drafting of Magic, because they had Kareem before. So of course they talk about the Magic timeline. Magic and Dr. Buss's relationship. Of course, you see the whole family drama between all his kids and that struggle of them all wanting to be the owner, GM, or whatever it may be. Then it gets into... I also learned a lot, even though I'm a Lakers fan. There's a lot of shit that I was just unaware of. Like, one, I knew Magic obviously stepped away from the game because of HIV. And I knew Magic had coached, but I didn't realize the coaching happened in between his retirement and his return.
I
Did
didn't
y'all know
either.
that?
No.
me neither.
But I do have a question. You said you learned a lot.
Yeah.
How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
So I haven't gotten to LeBron yet.
Oh.
So
Did
I
you put LeBron in the show?
yes.
Bro,
it's
honestly though, do you not see those comments under every Sports
Yeah,
Center post?
How does this affect LeBron's
It could be a
legacy?
baseball post, and someone will comment, "How does this affect LeBron's legacy?" That's what I was trying to go for.
Oh, yeah.
But Zach
I
was
got
like-
it. He's like, I got
Oh,
it.
I never read the comments on posts because it's always bots.
Yeah.
Oh well, for me,
Oh,
it's
don't
bots.
check out my page.
Yeah, but I think it's so funny how it could be like ice skating on
Yeah.
ESPN, and someone's like, "How does this affect LeBron's legacy?"
Oh yeah, I never. But yeah, so the whole Magic shit. Also, then never thought about. It's not that I didn't know, but I never thought about how close of the gap was between Magic's retirement and Kobe's draft, and I didn't really realize that trade for Vladi for Kobe. I mainly thought like they want to get Kobe. That's
No,
Oh,
not
but
real.
wasn't Vladdy? Never mind,
was a
keep going,
beast.
keep going.
Stop cutting him off, nigga.
Sorry,
Damn.
sorry.
This was mainly so they can get cap room for Shaq, which makes sense, obviously, because you're drafting a rookie. But I was just like, okay, they want Kobe. That's all it is. They're trading Vladi for Kobe. That's what it is. But no, it was so they can get cap to pay Shaq all that money. Also didn't realize Shaq and Kobe's turmoil happened so early. I thought it was like later with them being teammates. Like after they won the championships, like their turmoil was kind of like from the beginning.
'Cause Kobe wanted to be the man.
I
right?
feel like obviously, like every time I see an interview with like the Kobe draft, it's always like Jerry West or someone else talking about how like, oh, we knew we wanted this guy, like that. They're gonna try to paint the picture of like that it was perfect from the beginning, and like the reason why they did the trade was for Kobe. Like obviously, like no one's gonna go back on a Kobe documentary on any other documentary other than this one, and say like, oh, we actually did it for Shaq and not Kobe.
Yeah. So, I mean, they didn't say it, but they kind of allude to, well, they do actually say, they also got extremely lucky. Like, they had a gamble because, again, Kobe was the 13th pick.
Yeah.
And they had discussed with, like, the Grizzlies, like, y'all need to take Kobe and we'll trade you for it. And the fact that, because there were people in the documentary saying, like, I think it was actually Jerry West, like, there's no way this is happening. Kobe's getting drafted top 4. So the fact that, I mean, yes, he's a high schooler, but the fact that he fell to 13 and they were able to make that trade happen, that was crazy. And the big thing is I feel like a lot of documentaries, they try to highlight the good, whereas this actually highlights like a lot of the bad throughout like the Lakers dynasty. And the fact that the Lakers have been able to win all these championships while so much bad shit was going on. And then, of course, the Kobe retirement. I almost got emotional because they showed his final game, and that shit just gave me goosebumps all over again. Like, and then you have Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Ice Cube, talking about. You thought I was feeling you, but no.
Talking about how Kobe's a munch.
The documentary is very, very good.
What's this on Showtime?
No, this is
no,
bro.
There is.
Do you not listen, bro?
I don't watch Hulu.
But you have.
But he also said it.
He said
3
it
times.
He said it,
7 times.
So I'm a Lakers fan, and I think they're gonna get to LeBron next episode. So this upcoming Monday.
So what episode? Episode 10?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going straight to episode
10. So I think LeBron will be in the next episode.
So Zach, tell the people how to watch it, how to find it.
This is on Hulu.
Can you get to Hulu through Netflix?
What?
It is called Legacy: the true story of the LA Lakers. And then of course there's one on HBO, but that one is like a remake or whatever with actors.
Smush Parker reference?
No, there actually isn't. There actually isn't.
Our Redeem Team.
Did any of y'all watch it? It just came out yesterday.
No.
Not yet. So don't spoil it.
It's not really a spoiler. You know exactly what the fuck happened.
You need to watch it. I know I say this all the time.
Do you think Chris Paul makes the team? No.
What do you mean?
I was just because you said it's no spoilers. I don't know.
Don't you spoil it.
This is also extremely good. It is on Netflix. Redeem Team talks about the Olympic team that won the gold after the previous team got bounced.
Is it a series or is it just a one?
It's just a one and done. It's like an hour 48 minutes, but it's really good.
LeBron produced it, right?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, LeBron, Melo.
His media's company.
Dang, I'm surprised you like it then since LeBron produced it.
Yeah.
That's actually very shocking.
And then they definitely highlight Kobe a lot because, I mean, and all bias aside, we all know that Kobe was a big factor in that team winning because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
but
don't
y'all
spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it.
Y'all will see.
I don't want to spoil history.
Don't spoil it. Okay, Demon Slayer.
So I'm not going to spend time on this, but I finally found an anime that I might actually fuck with, and it is Demon Slayer. So I will continue to watch.
What about the one that Brandon sent this morning?
I have not watched that at
Oh,
all.
you fat?
No. Bro, honestly, that player's name is so funny, bro.
Wait, y'all don't like anime, no?
No, I don't watch anime.
I've watched some, but not really.
I mean, I watch Boondocks. That's anime.
That's true.
Oh, if that's the case, then
I
I
watch
guess.
the
What
Boondocks.
about
I watch
Family Guy? Is
Family
Family
Guy.
Guy
Yeah,
an
it's
anime?
anime.
Well, anime stands for animation, so but when they think anime,
Yeah,
they're
I feel like
thinking
it's
Anime's
Japanese,
like
Japanese, yeah.
Japanese or Korean.
So what is Boondocks?
It's
Family
just
Guy. What does that go
cartoon.
under? What is that classified
Cartoon.
as?
Cartoon.
Can't
Yeah.
be fun. Nah, that's American anime. I watch American anime.
Okay. And then I watch American anime.
I watch American anime.
Okay.
All right, so Dahmer,
Dahmer?
y'all finished Dahmer or no?
No,
I
I didn't.
did.
I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
quick.
also not gonna finish it, so y'all can feel free. to
Real
do it.
quick
Why, you
before y'all even talk
Yeah.
about it, Joliet has a jail.
Yeah, Statesville.
Did Dahmer stay in that?
Probably if they mention the documentary.
They don't. No, they don't mention it. But I
I
have.
thought John Wayne Gacy stayed at Statesville, but
Okay. All right.
because he's yeah, John
Alright.
Wayne Gacy was in Illinois, so he might have been at Stateville. And Stateville was a max level prison. For
He was in Illinois, or I thought it was Michigan.
Nah, John Wayne Gacy was in Illinois. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Dwayne Casey.
They talked about
Dwayne
him.
Casey? He's the
But
coach
yes,
of the
Joliet,
Pistons.
we had Stateville
He's in
prison.
Michigan.
That's like it was a max prison for one time. I don't think it's a max anymore.
All right, but what y'all got about Dahmer now that you finished it?
It was cool.
I
It
thought
was,
it was
go ahead.
cool. It was a good series. Like they definitely did a good job, like making it a series and making it cinematic and whatever. I personally, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can say personally because it didn't mean anything to me. But I like how they kind of just not just laid the facts out, but kind of laid the facts out and let the viewer determine what they thought.
Yeah.
Kind of. It didn't seem like there was bias in it. And they kind of like, I don't want to say, I mean, this is why they're getting a lot of backlash, but it seemed like they tried to get humanize it, but to get everyone's actual intentions in the thing.
Got you.
Because like, obviously if you take it from a victim's perspective, they're going to think the dad was a dick. He was just trying to profit off of it and all this other stuff where they mentioned that, but then the dad was like, oh no, I'm just
trying to spread
awareness.
awareness.
Spread awareness and what signs to look for and stuff like that too. So, I think it was cool that they did it. One, that it was, I mean, the acting was amazing for the Dahmer dude. There's some other people that were like, okay, that was, wait, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
But but the cinematography was lit. I like how they told the story. I like how they presented you with, like, the first thing you see is the dude that got away. So, cause like watching it, that first opening scene in that first episode is extremely intense and stressful. Because you're like, yo, this guy is about to. We're about to see like horror movie type blood everywhere and him doing crazy stuff, and like, all right, dude got away. So now you're watching it and you're like, all right, there's some relief because I know this ends. Instead of like, I don't know when this is gonna end. I know what the last person is, because I mean, you know the victims are out there, but as a everyday person, you don't know who was the last victim, who was the one that actually got away, and so on. So it was lit that they had built that much tension, and you kind of just get locked in because you're like, all right, where's this gonna go? Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And I like how they introduced how race was a part of it, but then also Dahmer was probably like, I mean, I'm broke. I'm not gonna live nowhere else, and I'm just operating in where I am, kind of thing. Exactly. And I have to, like you said, Phil. You said you watched the interviews. I want to see his own interviews and just see what he came off as, because it seemed like even though he was completely like messed up, it seemed like everything he was doing, in a weird way, was genuine. You know? Yeah. So, like, even being like, there's something wrong with me, y'all should kill me. Like, I should be dead. And it didn't seem like it was like, oh, I just want an easy way out. It was kind of just like, I've been like this and I know I can't stop, kind of thing. But
it felt like he was
kind of crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I went on YouTube and actually watched like his hour-long interviews from prison and stuff. Yeah. And then watched like interviews with his dad, because I'm weird like that. But the casting was a lot of the castings for the characters I've mentioned in the past was spot on, especially in the trial scene. Yeah, like those reenactments were fire, because they have all the actual trial reenactments on YouTube. Yeah, so they were pretty damn good. But if he did a really good job, and I think Dahmer in real life, Jeffrey Dahmer was absolutely aware of what he was doing. Right, and they portrayed that part in the series.
Yeah, he wasn't like,
it wasn't like, no, like, he was like, no,
something came over me. He's like, no, I know what I'm doing.
It's like, I'm a fucked up dude. I just don't, it's just like, I did it and I got this compulsion and I just can't stop it, but I know I'm doing this wrong. Like, and I'm glad somebody caught me. Yeah.
And it seemed like, it's like, I don't know how much of like the close calls were actually true, because there's certain ones where you're like, okay, you know, I mean, I know that the lady was, the police were called, and there were some that were like, the police actually messed up. But times where other people, he was like, oh, you can come in and look. And he was just like, in the show, it seemed like, oh, he's trying to find a way out and get caught. Like, he's not really trying to hide it. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but that's also how they could have portrayed it.
But in real life, he knew, like, to an extent, he knew, almost like, I think somebody tweeted, like, this is, like, the epitome of, like, white privilege, right? And
Oh,
so,
for
like,
sure,
in
yeah.
real life, he knew that. So it was, like, a lot of that stuff in the show, it seems like it was pretty spot on in terms of, like, he was very loose and not always as meticulous as he should have been or as careful. But he knew he could just, like, he knew he was a great bullshitter and could get people to believe him.
Right.
And so he would just talk his way out of shit. And, like, how they highlighted, like, he'd be like, oh, you know, it's just gay stuff. Like, that was, like, real.
Well, he saw that happen.
You
He
know
saw
what I
that
mean?
happen. He's like, oh, people are really scared of me being gay. And obviously he learned. It was like, all right, this is how I'm going to get around it.
Yeah.
But it seemed like other than, like, it wasn't, he didn't take, like, extreme steps to not get caught.
Facts.
Like, he didn't go, like, try to buy a house or do something else away from his home where it might be more quiet. Like, dude was making noise all the time.
And the fact that you could smell it.
Right.
Like, he just didn't do a good job covering up the stench.
I did hear the one thing that wasn't accurate was the neighbor in the show wasn't actually his next door neighbor. Like, she lived in the building, like, across the street. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I've seen and heard.
I mean, for the purpose of the show, I feel like
It makes more sense.
It helps, yeah.
But in real life, she did make those attempts.
Yeah.
And all those things. So
Bullet Train, AJ?
Oh, yeah. I said it a bunch of times, but y'all need to watch
Yeah, this
it.
is like the 7th
What is it?
episode.
It's
They
really
saw
good.
us
No, I
watch it.
don't think I've ever said it on air.
Yeah,
No,
with
but
Chris's episode, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, I asked him about it. I hadn't
It's a
seen
series?
it at that point.
No,
Or
it's
a movie?
No, it's a movie.
Oh,
It's
my.
still
I
actually
saw it
still
on the-
showing
It
in
has
movies.
Paperboy from ATO.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paper
Or
Boy,
Atlanta.
Paper Boy.
It has
All I know.
Brad Pitt in it too. It has Bad Bunny. It has.
Oh, Bad Bunny's in
He's
it?
not. He didn't do bad at
Well,
all.
that's all you needed to tell me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
That's
gonna
what I'm
see
going
it?
to see.
But definitely go see it. Go see it like on a Tuesday or something when it's
Yeah.
when it's
The
cheap.
matinee or whatever.
I went to. I saw it in Maryland, but I went to the CMX in Doral, and it's still like seats are super lit, and it's still $5
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, so definitely do that. But yeah, bro, it's really good, and it's fun. It's like kind of like The Gentleman. It's kind of like I want to say Tarantino, kind of Tarantino, but not as bloody.
Yeah.
But like twists and turns and like things. I forget the dude's name that directed. Oh, Guy Ritchie. It's like a Guy Ritchie film a little bit too. So yeah, is very good. It's a fun movie to watch. It's definitely worth going to see it at the theaters.
For sure. Music, I'm assuming you put both these on there, Phil?
Yeah, I did. Herbo's new album is pretty solid. I've listened to it twice. It was good. I think the last one was better. This one has a couple good songs, and then I'll keep it short and brief. Bodie James, that album is fire.
Okay.
His last project was good, but you know my favorite project of his was the one he did with The Alchemist. But this one's like I think I put one or two songs on the playlist that I had just last made from his new album. So if y'all like the songs on the playlist, check out his new album. It's good.
Got you. All right, sports.
Boldly James.
No, he's one of in my
Is that how you
opinion,
spell it?
Boldy, Boldy. He's actually like
Oh,
my
he
favorite
put
rapper.
boldly.
He's actually my favorite rapper out of Detroit right now. It's Boldy. That's Boldy, right? That's
Yeah,
right.
but
Yeah, but you put
boldly.
LY.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Boldy
Boldly
James.
James.
Boldy James.
Sports.
Sounds like a children's book.
If you living under a rock, then you probably
Draymond
haven't seen
knocked
it.
out Jordan Poole.
Yeah, gave him that.
Bro,
Kapow.
and Supreme Dreams is way too fast. They
did that.
filmed the video,
They-
edited it, and
That's
posted it
every-
same day.
That's every time.
Oh,
bro.
that the video was released.
Yes.
But so they also had the benefit of like the video being released, and Twitter already having it for 2 days because they kind of just compiled everything that was on Twitter into a video. But yeah, they're definitely really fast.
No, I mean, the same day I saw did the
I
clip.
think it's the same day. I
Yeah, it
saw
was
it.
The
same
clip,
day.
the video clip did not come out same day.
I saw the clip yesterday. I feel like
clip
everyone.
came
No,
out yesterday.
no. The report.
I'm saying
no,
the,
he's saying
the report of
and
what
the clip.
happened.
Oh,
I'm
didn't-
talking about the two
so
clips.
Twitter had.
Oh, I
two
didn't.
clips?
I didn't know about the report.
Supreme Dreams. The dude who does.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
But the report came out like Thursday
Got you.
or Wednesday,
I had no idea about the report.
and then the video came out later. So I'm saying Twitter knew about it, and like there was jokes about it for like a day and a half. So they had the benefit of like, oh damn, look at all this comedy.
Yeah, but you
And
didn't
just put it into a video.
Yeah, but you didn't get to see him actually get knocked out, which is part of the video.
Right, and that probably
Like, he could've
sparked them to like, oh, let's do it now. But like
Yeah.
they didn't have to come up with
Yeah,
things
I
that
guess.
people are thinking or whatever. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
why that one hit extra.
But for the people that don't know, Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, both Warriors players, they were in practice because we were in preseason right now. It looked like they had some kind of tiff in practice. Draymond walks up on Jordan. Jordan pushes him, and then Draymond hits him with a flying Falcon punch.
Bro,
Went for the
fact.
kill shot.
Knocked his ass
Knocked
out.
his ass out, bro.
Well, I don't know if he knocked him
Well,
out.
he
but
knocked him
definitely
out. He knocked him
down.
But
yeah,
he didn't.
for
He
sure.
rushed him, so
Oh,
you don't know if
jeez.
he knocked him
Yeah,
So
out.
it
apparently,
certainly
apparently
looked
people were talking. Like, Poole was talking like mad trash.
What
I have
was
this
he
story
saying?
right here.
What
Yeah,
was
he's
he
been
saying?
saying like talking about how like he's getting his contract, so he's making like contract jokes, right?
So okay, so it says this was screenshot and sent to me in a different group chat, but it says here's the story. As Draymond Green shot free throws at the end of one practice, Poole told this is over multiple practices. Poole told Green to stop, in quote, stop pissing down his leg. I guess that means like you're scared. Green airballed the free throw and the Warriors had to run sprints. During a Monday scrimmage, Poole had jokingly asked why Draymond's Twitter handle was Money Green if Green was going to be broke and in Sacramento after this season. Green took exception to the banter, hurling a ball in the direction of Poole, which ultimately struck a child of one of the members of the training staff. The final straw appeared to come Wednesday when Poole asked Green what he did whenever an attractive female entered the gym at MSU. And then a quote says, "Did they like the triple singles? Or was it the screen setting?"
I did actually hear something about the triple single, but that was it though.
I mean, if you look at the video, it looks like it was built up for a minute. He
Yeah.
really wanted to knock his head
I
off.
will say I am surprised, and I
That's
don't like that he
hilarious.
sucker punched him, but I always
Not
thought
a sucker punch. We have to.
Okay,
we have
my
to.
bad. Hold on. Let me just finish
Go
my
ahead,
thought. Let
get
me
your
just
shit
finish
off.
my thought. I always thought Draymond was all bark, no bite. Like, yes, in games we see him get into these little altercations or whatever, but I never thought Draymond was going to be about that action.
But you also got to be bigger than that.
You do. And a part of me is like, damn, out of all the people you do this to, it's your teammate and Jordan Poole. I get that this probably happens in practice way more than we recognize. We heard about it with Jordan and Kerr. And has this, I mean, I don't know if you want to speak about it. Has this ever happened in a college practice?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, this happens a lot.
Niggas fight every day, B.
Yeah. But again, I'm surprised that Draymond actually did
Whether,
this.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's still wrong whether
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
a sucker punch
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a sucker punch though because Poole pushed him.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
point is,
Well, I
teammates
mean,
fight all the time.
but
If you
Draymond
fight,
also-
you don't
yeah,
have
Draymond
to
also-
punch somebody when you want to fight them.
Draymond also walked up on him and touched him, you know?
No, they got face to face.
Yeah,
Poole
but
pushed him.
he bumped
But
in, he
his
bumped
body,
him and
yeah,
he
but his
just
body.
he
But
pushed
that's
him
but
back.
that's my point. It's not a
And-
sucker punch
Yeah.
if you push me. We're fighting.
Yeah.
So a sucker punch to me is like I come up to you.
Yeah.
There's no warrant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
hey,
but
what's up, Zach? Boom. Cold
Okay,
knock.
it's not a sucker punch.
But whether it's, it's not a sucker punch.
But it wasn't right, and it was. I think it might maybe not a cheap shot, but closer to a cheap shot than
You
Then
could
we're
def-
fighting.
you, I
I
think
don't-
you
I don't
could
know.
call it
No,
a cheap
because
shot.
if he pushed him and he didn't push him like I'm trying to push you. He pushed him and he
No,
backed
just get
up.
off me.
No,
yeah.
he pushed him like get out my face. That's a push,
Bro, if you watch the video, he pushed him.
I did watch
but-
the video. A
Right,
lot.
right. He pushed him, but he's the one who went back. He didn't step into it and try to shove him to the ground. He pushed him and was like, bro, get out my face. kinda
That's what I
thing.
said. Like he pushed him like get out my face.
Yeah, get out my face.
But
Push
again,
is, I feel like it's
but like
not
you-
like I'm trying
But
to.
like you said, if they've been bickering back and forth, and
Yeah,
it's
for-
been
for a few
building
days,
up,
yeah.
and I get in your face, fam. I'm not getting in your face to be like
as a
we-
team, as a
it
teammate, you don't think your
It
teammate's
does
about to
not
smack
matter
you.
if that's your
Well,
teammate or not because
right.
I've played on football teams. I've seen a teammate knock out another teammate in the locker room, and they were teammates.
Knowing this has been going on for a few days, now I receive that video differently.
Yeah,
Because even if like it was wrong, but or whatever, if it wasn't just like he got hot in a moment and he really only said one or two things, it was one day of practice, then cool. But if it's over a few days, that's when this stuff like this happens. So now that, I mean, the reports are saying that this was over a few days, and then this was like the culmination of it.
which is why the Warriors didn't do anything about it.
So you don't think it's wrong?
it's still wrong, but I can
okay.
understand it more, and I would maybe not say that it's a cheap shot because at this point it's like, all right,
Okay.
It's wrong
you're
that
talking all this time,
Yeah.
and like I've been.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree that it's not a cheap shot. Like that's.
So wait,
that's
what's
the-
wrong? The actual fighting of teammates and hitting them?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
hit-
think
Yeah, hitting him.
that's. I mean,
It's not right.
teammates fight. People get into fights all the time.
Yeah,
You don't
teammates
think it's-
fight.
I think
but
it's
still,
wrong.
It's still.
I
Phil,
mean,
just
I'm
because something's
confused.
normal doesn't mean
Yeah.
No,
that it's
because
okay.
the thing is, like, it's wrong that they fought. But I think y'all are saying it's wrong that he hit him like that.
I feel like as an
I don't
adult,
think that's wrong.
as an adult, if you disagree with someone or if you're arguing with someone, punching someone is not the answer.
Yeah, buddy.
Like as an adult, you should be able to talk things out.
agree, but you don't always get to talk things.
No,
out.
I'm not saying you always.
And I
do.
think Draymond
I'm
was
just
wrong for
saying.
getting in his space. Poole did the right thing and pushed him out of his space, but at the same time, Draymond responded with a punch. That's an altercation. Like you have to, if you push somebody or you let him get that close
if you
to
had
your
to
space,
assign, if you had to assign a weight of who's wrong, is definitely Draymond.
Draymond
Because
would weigh more. Yeah,
He initiated. He touched him first. He pushed him back.
Yeah.
It was clear Poole was not trying to fight because he pushed him back, but really pushed himself back and created space. Like, you
But
took my space, I regained. I created space
yeah,
again.
I
Just,
agree with AJ.
Like
I don't agree with that because
What?
if we've been going back and forth and you push me,
Yeah.
whether your intent is to fight or not, that's how I'm going to receive it. If I'm already not liking
regardless of what, we're not arguing how you receive it or whatever.
you, yeah.
Or we're just saying that. All I'm saying is the weight of who is wrong in the situation.
Is more Draymond.
Is
Oh,
more
I
Draymond, yeah.
agree with
Okay.
that. But I'm
That's all we're
saying,
saying.
yeah, I know. I agree
I
with
will
that.
also say that the
But people were
the way
just
the
like-
organization is handling it publicly to me is also wrong. I don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. Obviously,
What do you mean
No one knows.
publicly?
But they open up the investigation, trying to determine how the video got leaked.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they didn't mention anything about opening up an investigation on what happened.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sure- I'm
because
sure
they know
that
what
They
happened.
know what happened,
No,
which is why they
I don't think
suspend
they're handling
anybody.
it wrong.
No,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they will. But I haven't seen a
They don't
state.
need to investigate because they know they was in the practice.
They don't need to investigate.
Yeah.
But they hire a PR person to put out statements about situations like this, and I haven't seen anything. I don't know if y'all seen
Why would
anything.
they?
Because the situation was already
There's
handled.
no reason to because the
I feel like
issue
there's-
is the video shouldn't have been.
Yeah, but I
leaked.
feel like there's definitely.
They reported, hey, like we're gonna suspend Draymond because there's an altercation in practice. He got hit. Someone
Can we-
reported.
Yes,
it.
but there's as
whatever.
a business, I feel like there's always a reason to be like, we will, even if it's just a blanket bullshit statement and it doesn't mean anything, and you're just saying we'll look into the situation or we understand the severity of it. Like, I feel like you should at least put something out.
Well,
No,
why
it's
would
not
you?
necessary.
Can the NBA fine Draymond
No,
for
it's
a
not.
practice thing?
It's not within their jurisdiction. That's a team matter because it was a close practice.
No, I feel like they could.
That's not. It's not. The NBA can't. Right now they can't do nothing about it because it's out of their jurisdiction, which is why the team handled it. And the
Exactly.
team didn't do nothing because it's only worse because the video got out.
Exactly.
Because the team
Yes.
was like, oh, emotions got hot, they fought, we broke it up, boom, that's it.
Right, and they said,
And Draymond
and
But I
they
still
said-
think-
and they
I
said-
still think
they
the
said
NBA
that
can
they
do
were gonna discipline Draymond. So there's no reason to be like, oh, we're gonna investigate like what happened here and stuff because they know what happened. They were in the practices every day. They seen it
Yes.
in
Seen
front
it
of their face.
Yeah. Yes.
They reacted and acted upon
But the
it.
NBA can 100% still do something.
I don't think the NBA
They can't do
You
nothing.
do not
It's-
think that the NBA.
Okay, look, like how can the NBA do something if
The NBA.
if it's a closed practice and they never say anything to the public and they discipline Draymond Green? Why would there be?
Do you think that there's not an NBA policy, some type of elastic clause that says we reserve the right to make the final decision on
No,
any
how it
type of
currently
disciplinary?
stands, that's-
the
that
NBA
goes-
100%
No,
has a
how it-
clause, an
No, I don't
elastic
think so.
How
clause.
it currently stands, that goes under team matters. Because it's
You're saying
it's a
100%
team
'cause you know
practice.
that?
Any company will have an elastic clause that gives them the final
That's
power.
not necessarily true, Luke. I'm telling you, they literally
So
was just
is
talking
it- you
about
have to
this
think
on
about-
ESPN yesterday.
So the NBA
that's a
is
hill I'm
not
willing to
necess-
die on. Any company
Yeah.
will have an
Oh,
elastic
any
clause in
company, but-
any company in their policy will have an elastic clause that says we have
I'm
the
sure-
final say. We have
I'm
the
sure the
we
Warriors
reserve the
have
right.
an elastic
Some
clause
type of
because the Warriors are a company,
okay.
and the
sure.
NBA is really just a governing body.
So the
yeah.
governing body, you don't think can govern the team?
But
that's
the governing
given
body
side-
is the
So
governing.
so
but
would the
go-
governing body punish Ime Udoka for his actions? No.
No, the governing body that falls under team handles it. That's not.
So you don't think the NBA has any say? They don't.
No, the NBA.
okay.
The only
I
thing
doubt-
might-
I highly doubt
They
that.
might
the
have.
only thing-
They might have that, but there's probably just like within the government, checks and balances. Where like, this is our jurisdiction, this is yours.
The only thing the NBA can do at this point is go behind doors, like back channels, and ask them to punish Draymond more severely. That's it. But the NBA can't issue a punishment for that because that's a team matter, because that's a team practice, and that's not like an NBA event where it's another team and it's, you know what I mean?
So if there's a fight in FAU basketball practice, right? No video gets leaked.
Well, there's a video got leaked. Keep it the same.
Okay, even if a video gets leaked, NCAA is not coming down and saying you're getting disciplined more.
I don't know. I feel like the NCAA could.
They might suggest it, but I don't think that it would.
That's the only thing the NBA can do is
That's what I'm
suggest
saying.
for a harsher
I feel like
punishment,
they
but they
could.
can't do nothing, bro.
I feel
just
like they could.
that was, I think Woj reported this on.
I'm not
ESPN
gonna say that
Sunlight.
they can't
The
because
NCAA.
NBA might have something like that because there's tons of rules for everything that
Yes,
that don't ever
exactly.
make sense. But I don't think that is something that they would flex their power on and do that with.
I mean,
Or that they should even.
Agree.
you're saying it's because it happened in a team practice.
A private.
I'm sure we could find some type of fine a player got handed down in some major sport from a practice.
But
The major
my
sports
point is that the
are not going to
punishment-
cover. They're going to cover their
But
ass.
Don't
the
make-
punishment
don't make it
usually,
right, though.
The
And I don't-
punishment
I'm-
usually comes from like when Buddy got who is that? That's not the same. No, what is it? When
Who?
Bobby Portis broke what's the name, Jaw? In that fight, wasn't the team it wasn't the NBA that suspended him, it was the team that suspended him.
Probably, yeah.
It was the team the team hands out the suspensions for those
don't
things. I think
Because the thing is like, what? Just because there's a video got leaked illegally, shouldn't change who has jurisdiction and who
does
administers the punishment.
Yeah.
Is that do you feel differently, Luke?
Say that again.
So if
I didn't hear the question. I was
because
reading.
something
Was it
got
the team that
because a
suspended
video got leaked illegally,
know.
right? That shouldn't mean like that's like
No,
that's
also-
like
also-
saying
wait, wait,
that's like
also-
saying you can get punished in court of law for something that had some evidence that was
But-
found illegally.
But also,
It's not the
also,
same.
They dismissed it.
also some teams try to get ahead of it and punish. Like if the NBA doesn't feel like a punishment is severe enough,
Yeah.
you don't think that they'll overrule, Phil?
Yes, if it's
But wait, let me ask
it depends on where it happens. It depends on where it happens.
Yes, but I'm saying if the NBA, if you have you noticed that when a player gets in trouble, the team tries to get ahead of the issue by suspending them before the league does, right?
When a player gets in trouble, that's like legal trouble. There's no that's
Yeah,
not
so
legal
that
trouble for
if
fighting
it's
in a
if
practice.
it's right.
Yes,
That's
I under-
different.
I
So
understand-
now
I understand that.
now the NBA has
Well, then
to
keep
come in.
just like you said with me, keep things
the
the same.
same.
But okay, but
Yeah.
if what I'm saying is if the NBA feels as though that punishment, whatever the punishment is, whether it's the team or not,
In that
it's
situation,
too
I
light,
think they can
will
suggest
step in.
it.
They will step in.
They will
same instance
suggest.
when-
I don't think
when
they'll
Bobby
step in.
Portis got suspended, it was the Bulls that issued the suspension. The NBA,
yes,
that's my point.
But that's one.
NBA's
That's one situation.
But that was he broke a nigga face.
okay, but it's still one situation, bro.
But that is my.
I
but
think
that's
it's
my
I
point,
think it's
bro.
I'm
possible
not saying that the team
that they
never
would
hands
try to
down
step in,
punishments.
but I don't think that
I'm not
I don't
saying that
think
the
they would
team never
overstep.
does it. I'm saying that the NBA definitely 100% has the ability to do it. It's within their jurisdiction, as you said.
I don't
to,
believe
yes,
so.
It
I-
100%
I
is.
don't believe that.
Whether
No, I
or
don't-
not
I
they
don't-
do it, whether they do it every single time
That's-
or once or twice or whatever, they have to have that in their policy that they have the right to step in.
Maybe I don't.
Every
I don't know.
company has something like that, bro.
I don't.
But you're not. Yeah, but it's not.
You
a
have to
traditional
cover your
company.
ass as a company.
well,
Just
maybe,
yeah,
maybe-
just like
I don't
just
think
like
that. Well, I don't. In this,
you're
in this
forgetting that
instance-
each team is an individual company, though.
Yeah.
Yes, but
And-
they're
and guess
under
what? Guess
a
what?
governing body.
Right. The governing body
Governing.
is hired by the teams. The team owners hire the NBA to govern. Right.
To govern.
Right. To govern certain things, but there's certain things that they can't step in on, and they're not going to step in on.
And the NBA is not going to step in on this. I can guarantee you. We can put a bet on it.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, I don't know if the NBA is going to step in on this.
They're
or not.
not going to step on. I can.
I'm
They
just-
wouldn't. There's no real good
I'm
reason.
just saying that they have the ability to. That's all I'm saying.
If
Is they
they're
have
not
the
going to step
ability
in
to.
on it, then I don't think that an ability to doesn't matter to me. Because if you
Yeah,
had the
'cause it's
ability to
just
do something, you
semantics.
do it.
It's
Yeah.
just semantics.
If you had the ability to do something, you do it.
If Draymond punched a
Not
civilian,
necessarily.
if Draymond
Yes,
punched,
not
I have
necessarily.
the ability to smack the back of your head
but
right
he's
now.
not
I'm
going to
gonna
do it exactly. If you have the ability to do something, doesn't mean you're going to do it, Phil. You have the ability to fucking kill
no.
someone. Are you going to kill someone? No.
If I have reason to.
No, you're not going to,
But
bro.
so-
So
I
yeah,
have
that's
reason
a
to.
flawed argument.
If I have
But
reason
anyway,
to.
The NBA wouldn't because
I'm
it
just saying
happened.
I'm just saying they have the ability to. That's
I
it.
think we arguing
That's all I'm saying.
semantics because the NBA is not
It
going to
is
do shit
semantics.
about it.
Right.
No, yes, I'm also saying that we could be that we are arguing semantics because I took your thing about they don't have jurisdiction, and I feel like they do. That's all I'm saying.
Wow,
I like
Zach,
it.
you really fucking.
Anyway.
Ran that video. But
We have one other thing.
So, I mean, jurisdiction is weird because like the federal still has in-state jurisdiction, but there's stuff that they wouldn't step on the state's toes for, which is what I'm
Unless
talking
they feel
about.
like they're not handling it correctly, then they probably would.
So what is handling it correctly?
If it was,
Because they already handled the matter.
But if
I
they
mean, I'm
if they
sure they
weren't
have
wait
some
if they
type of
weren't handling it
protocols.
correctly and it was a federal issue.
Yes.
So if we're taking it that way, I don't think this is an NBA issue. This is a team issue. So regardless if they handle it incorrectly, it's never going to be an NBA issue as a team issue.
I agree with AJ. Thank you, AJ. He knows how to explain stuff.
But that's still not what Luke is arguing. I think Luke would
Yeah, it's
agree with
fine.
that.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fine.
talking.
Yeah, I
circles.
agree.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
what I
That's
said.
okay.
What I said was that they could have jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But
So then we're all
they
on the same page
might
now.
they're not going to flex it because
Yes, I
They
can. I
don't
can.
have-
Okay, I can agree with
All
that.
right,
I can agree with
NFL.
that.
We've been
Eagles
having
4-0.
some trash ass
Bro,
primetime
that's not what
games.
we're talking about.
I'm just putting that out there.
Like even before the season,
Yes.
you could have predicted what games would be good or not. But like the Bears, I think everyone knew would be trash. The Bears have mad like Thursday and Monday night and Sunday night games, and that's one thing where I feel like the NFL lacks is having like NBA Christmas Day. They obviously have
Yeah.
great games. Whereas what Thanksgiving is the NFL's big thing. Like I get tradition and whatnot, but I've said this before. No one wants to watch the fucking Lions. Like
Well, actually, no, the Lions are pretty good this year.
this year, yes.
I'm pretty sure they have like the number one offense.
Yes, but the Lions have been on Thanksgiving Day every year and they suck.
wait,
Yeah.
have they been like the past 2 years? They were.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
there
they
was
have.
one that they missed.
Like
I
they're-
don't know. I
I
feel
feel
like
like
the Lions
they're
are
always
every
on
year.
there.
They're always, but I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure
the
they.
Lions,
Cowboys,
Cowboys,
Packers,
yeah.
Vikings.
But
yeah.
usually it's a rival, an in division game, and those
Yeah, a lot of
games,
times
even
it's
if
like
the team
Redskins,
is trash,
Cowboys.
those games are generally pretty
But
competitive.
the
Wow.
thing is, I wish the NFL would kind of be like, and it's tougher, of course, but I wish they'd be like college football, where college football, they don't decide like their primetime games until like the week before, and depending on how well the team is doing.
I mean, yes, that would help. But also, I feel like going into a season, you can have an idea of
And
who's
that's
going to be good.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like the NFL doesn't even Monday night games. I feel like are usually consistently good, but Sunday night and
And
Thursday night games.
Thursday nights were the worst.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
never miss. That's
some of the
crazy.
Sunday nights are better than the Thursdays.
Yeah,
The Thursdays are god awful.
like we had
Not
two.
always.
We had
There's
two pretty
been
good.
2 Thursdays.
Yeah, we've had 2 good Thursday games.
Well,
the
they
Dolphins
could-
being one, but Tua got hurt, so that ruined it for that. And then I
But then
think
that's not really a good game.
But going into it, it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
the
San
idea of the
Francisco
game,
and the
yeah,
Rams
sure.
was supposed to be a good game though, because on paper
Yeah.
they both those teams look strong.
To
this
me,
year.
the Chiefs
Rams and
Chargers
Bills?
that was a good
Yes,
one.
The Rams
Chiefs
and
Chargers.
Chargers.
Oh, Rams and Chargers. Who
'Cause
was
they-
the opening game? Was Rams and Bills, wasn't it?
No,
Rams and
Chiefs and
Bills.
Chargers. I think was the
I mean,
On
that
Thursday?
first
That
Thursday
first
game.
Thursday?
Yeah, Rams and
So
Chargers.
there's been good games. The last week was trash. I mean,
Because
this
we
past
didn't
Thursday.
think the Rams was gonna fall off or Matt Stafford was gonna play this shit in the beginning of the season, and like that's like you know what I mean.
On
So,
paper, we've
on
had
paper,
there have been good games.
Yeah, on
Was
paper, they looked
last
pretty
week?
good.
Yesterday was what Broncos and
Broncos and Colts, bro.
Yeah, that was
shit's
gonna be
terrible.
booty.
Well, they
regardless.
also expected the Broncos to be really good. And they've been
Either
on
way, the
prime time for
Colts-
3
Yeah,
years.
Colts
The
are gonna be
Colts-
trash.
But yeah, but you know the Colts aren't going to be good.
That could have been a normal Sunday.
I agree
afternoon
with you
game.
because I didn't think Matt Ryan. I thought Matt Ryan was over the hill last year.
Yeah.
But it's more so was putting the Broncos in prime time because you gave.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Thursday spot is like, all right, we're trying to get more teams prime time. Like,
Yeah. And a lot of people, I don't know how y'all feel about the Thursday night games, but a lot of people think that it shouldn't even be a thing. I like having
I
as
like
much football
Thursday.
as possible,
yeah.
but I do agree with a lot of people's points that going into the Thursday game, you should have a bye or something like that.
Well, you get the bye after. Or
Yeah,
it's like-
but there's
You don't get
people
a
that
bye.
play
You
You get the, I mean, you
Sunday.
get the extra rest though.
Yes, but there's people that play Sunday and then Thursday,
So it's
which a lot
literally
of
3 days
people,
later.
yeah, which people.
Yeah,
feel
but in
is
the
way
beginning
too
of the
much.
season, you can't. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's no
I
buys.
understand that.
I was anti like
But you
Thursday
should
night
get a bye
football,
if you're
but
gonna
it's
play
cool.
Thursday.
I guess I'm out because you can't say player safety then add an extra week and then add
Yeah.
another. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think the NFL contradicts itself all the time with player safety.
yeah.
So but I mean it's been cool. Some
Yeah.
of the I mean it's worse just because there's this expectations that the Broncos is going to be really this good, and the Broncos have been on 3 primetime games this year, and they've been trash every game.
Yeah.
Because fucking they just a shit show right now. So I think that's the issue. It's like maybe don't put the Broncos 3 times in primetime. Maybe switch up the teams and don't put
or move it around.
Yeah, like don't put all your house on fucking Russell Westbrook being as good.
Yeah.
NBA like you can,
Whatever his name is, Russell Wilson. My fault. But yeah, I think
not
that was.
even
I
that.
think
In the
that's
NBA,
more so.
like-
At this point, Russell Westbrook might be a better quarterback than
I
Russell
think
Wilson.
that's more so the issue is that we have to keep watching the Broncos in prime time.
Yeah.
Like switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's complaining
And-
about. It's like,
and
bro, I do
that's-
not want to watch these niggas in prime time for the rest
That's
of
what
the
I'm
season.
saying. It should be like college where they can change the fucking games. Like not even if it's the week
NBA
before.
switches it up too. Like we'll get different.
Yeah,
different
they'll
times.
flex it.
But the
They'll
league,
flex
the
game.
league, the
They'll
league
be like, this
flexes
one will go on
prime times
TNT,
too.
and
NFL does it sometimes on like
Flex the
like
games?
they'll. Like
I
for
guess
the
it's hard
afternoon
for a
games.
Thursday though. You can't like flex a Thursday
because it's a standalone game. But for afternoon games, they definitely do that for afternoon games.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
don't
there's
think they
like
do.
three,
I don't think
like
so.
3 4-25 games, and
I
there's
think
like
the schedule is
No,
set from
it's
the
set,
beginning
bro.
of the
Really?
season. I don't
Yes.
think they
I
changed
thought
that.
they've done that in season before.
Only if there's like a hurricane or some
Yeah.
or like a
Maybe.
tornado.
I know
or
they've
some
done
shit.
it in season before where
But
they
no.
switch a primetime game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have.
Especially at
Like
the
on
4
this like a
o'clock
Sunday
hour.
night game or something.
Or the 4 o'clock
Switch
hour.
it to what?
Because I know for a fact the Sunday, Thursday, and Monday night games are all set right now.
But those are all standalone.
I know, but I
games,
think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've changed before.
I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, I'm sure at some point they've changed, but I probably have changed.
Yeah.
Well, who's playing?
But yeah, but those primetime slots are usually
We have to
locked
make
in
our
because
Yeah.
because they need
Oh, it is Saturday, so we could do it on the
yeah,
pod,
we can do it now.
But we
Wait,
can record it.
do you have enough time?
No, I don't.
All right.
I was just about to say, bro, you gotta.
Yeah,
You don't, I don't,
actually-
you don't even have enough time to get home.
I actually
Do you?
gotta wrap up. No,
Alright,
it takes me
alright.
like 35 minutes to get
Oh,
home.
okay. So you would just get home at the time.
Yeah.
But I will just say, I'm in the lead for our picks.
You are.
I'm doing a fantastic
All right,
job.
but it's been another episode. Shout out Phil's Undefeated Eagles. I know
Yes,
you didn't get to
sir.
talk about them, but it's been another episode of Save for the Pod, episode number 84. Phil hit the drop. Peace.
Toodles.
This nigga got a skedaddle.